Previously on Back of the Bus.
Why are you so invested in a 15-year-old sex slave?
Why are you advocating for him to lose his virginity to an older woman?
Brother, not brother. Fuck nigga. What is up with you?
Here's what we had going on last week on Dubs and Nels. Worst schooling system in the entire country. Gun violence out of control. Is that democratically ran Louisiana? Is that crumbling society due to democratic politics down there too? Some of the poorest people in America live in the South.
Yeah, so let's forget sheltering the homeless. We gotta stop Jamal from pulling out.
The fuck, man, what in the oh my God. Still not doing your homework, I see. Well, I'll catch you up here. Here's last week's takes on Behind the Cape. If this movie was made and it was a Falcon movie, right, and everything else was the same, only you take away the shield and the whole stars and stripes get up, and it's just Sam Wilson Falcon. The movie is titled Falcon, Brave New World. I think most of this works. I think most of what they have set up works.
Previously on Back of the Bus.
Why are you so invested in a 15-year-old sex slave?
Why are you advocating for him to lose his virginity to an older woman?
Brother, not brother. Fuck nigga. What is up with you?
Here's what we had going on last week on Dubs and Nels. Worst schooling system in the entire country. Gun violence out of control. Is that democratically ran Louisiana? Is that crumbling society due to democratic politics down there too? Some of the poorest people in America live in the South.
Yeah, so let's forget sheltering the homeless. We gotta stop Jamal from pulling out.
The fuck, man, what in the oh my God. Still not doing your homework, I see. Well, I'll catch you up here. Here's last week's takes on Behind the Cape. If this movie was made and it was a Falcon movie, right, and everything else was the same, only you take away the shield and the whole stars and stripes get up, and it's just Sam Wilson Falcon. The movie is titled Falcon, Brave New World. I think most of this works. I think most of what they have set up works.
Previously on Back of the Bus.
Why are you so invested in a 15-year-old sex slave?
Why are you advocating for him to lose his virginity to an older woman?
Brother, not brother. Fuck nigga. What is up with you?
Here's what we had going on last week on Dubs and Nels. Worst schooling system in the entire country. Gun violence out of control. Is that democratically ran Louisiana? Is that crumbling society due to democratic politics down there too? Some of the poorest people in America live in the South.
Yeah, so let's forget sheltering the homeless. We gotta stop Jamal from pulling out.
The fuck, man, what in the oh my God. Still not doing your homework, I see. Well, I'll catch you up here. Here's last week's takes on Behind the Cape. If this movie was made and it was a Falcon movie, right, and everything else was the same, only you take away the shield and the whole stars and stripes get up, and it's just Sam Wilson Falcon. The movie is titled Falcon, Brave New World. I think most of this works. I think most of what they have set up works.
Previously on Back of the Bus.
Why are you so invested in a 15-year-old sex slave?
Why are you advocating for him to lose his virginity to an older woman?
Brother, not brother. Fuck nigga. What is up with you?
Here's what we had going on last week on Dubs and L's. Worst schooling system in the entire country. Gun violence out of control. Is that democratically ran Louisiana? Is that crumbling society due to democratic politics down there too? Some of the poorest people in America live in the South.
Yeah, so let's forget sheltering the homeless. We gotta stop Jamal from pulling out.
The fuck, man? What in the? Oh my God! Still not doing your homework, I see. Well, I'll catch you up here. Here's last week's takes on Behind the Cape. If this movie was made and it was a Falcon movie, right, and everything else was the same, only you take away the shield and the whole stars and stripes get up, and it's just Sam Wilson Falcon. The movie is titled Falcon, Brave New World. I think most of this works. I think most of what they have set up works.
What up?
What up?
What up?
What's going on, chat?
I think I only seen Felix's comment, so obviously, what up, Felix? I think I saw Mr. YouTube 92.
Marte, what's going on?
Steve.
What up, Steve? G7X, that's a new one. What's going on, brother?
That is a new
Or
one.
sister, person, human being, I assume.
Stamina.
Aliens
Yeah, I
going out.
don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, what up, Stamina? Hello, governor.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Tony Robinson.
Mr. Layton, what's going on?
Who is Esteban Weaver?
Esteban Weaver? I have no clue.
That's what G7X said. From Phenom to Bust to Hoops Hall of Famer. It looks like a hooper. Going into ninth grade, Esteban Weaver was the top ranked. Oh, he's from Ohio. Apparently, there's a story about him. We'll have to check that out. He's from Marysville.
Marysville. My dad worked in Marysville for about 25 years or so.
There was a sixth grader in Columbus who could dunk, and his name put it over the top. Esteban. Okay. The legend preceded LeBron, so he was before LeBron.
Shout out to Marysville. My wrestling coach was one of the football coaches at Marysville.
I'm actually kind of interested. Yeah, no. Good looking out on that. W for Jeff Teague, like always, from Chillmonger.
I don't know what his Jeff Teague obsession is. I hope he
you
lets
know
it go
what his
one
obsession is.
I hope he lets
He
it go
wants you to
one
give
day.
him a dub for once.
It's not gonna happen.
You gonna give a dub to the Lakers today, though?
The fuck out of the hell.
No, we got a lot to talk about
For sure.
Especially in Behind the Cape as well. So you want to just go ahead and get started? Or all right. What to start with? Oh my God. Oh, well, first, Behind the Cape. If you want to, we can talk about Mr. Captain America's quote about how Captain America is not really about America that got everybody riled up. Insanity. I mean, let me say, I kind of understood what he was trying to get at, but you had to know saying that Captain America not really being about America was going to rile some people up.
Two things, and I guess I should go run and grab my list of Marcus was right, because when we were being pitched this concept of Sam Wilson leading this movie, I said it was going to be a very obvious conflict, right? This black man wearing the stars and stripes. What does that mean for him being Captain America? We talked a little bit about this on Pantheon. Like they touched on it a bit in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then they ran from it. I don't know if that was Malcolm Spellman's doing. I don't know if that was Disney's doing. Whoever's doing it was, you ran away from it. Mm-hmm. And what you did at that point is you made it that at any point that it does come up again, it's going to be taboo, because you didn't deal with it in the entire 6-part miniseries that you made for the man. You just wanted to show us that he was broke and that Bucky was about to buck his sister, right? And he had two nephews running around with no daddy, right? Yep. That's what you spent your time on. So now that Anthony Mackie is being a human being, literally parroting the same narrative that's not only set by Captain America as a character, right? Because Captain America, anti-establishment,
No, it's not like we didn't, bolster the second Captain America movie, the third Captain America movie, Captain America Civil War, to record numbers based off the idea that Captain America Steve Rogers is a fucking fugitive on the lam from the government because he doesn't want to sign up to something that the government has demanded him to do.
Yeah, I thought I did see something like Chris Evans said basically roughly the same exact
Evans
same thing.
said the same thing, but you know what he didn't do? He didn't run from it. See, Anthony Mackie said, "Oh well, I don't think it's exactly Captain America, and then he started talking about fucking green characters and fucking giraffes and shit. I'm like, man, you black, you black. There's an obvious conflict with black people in America and how that connects to our own personal patriotism and how we hold our national identities, right? Like that's a thing." Fam, y'all about to have the damn war veteran, the first Captain America, canonically in the MCU, taking a shot at the damn president in the beginning of the fucking movie. It is an obvious conflict that you're creating here.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have waited so long to deal with it. He shouldn't have been so soft on his answer, and he really shouldn't have had to double back and try to apologize for it. I defend the troops. Fam, the troops are not a prop to march out for you every time you need to apologize to the Patriots.
That's a fact.
They're not a prop for you to use every time you need to apologize to the nationalists in the room. It's not a thing.
The troops are fighting for your right to say certain things.
It also doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about here. We're talking about a fictional character that you're playing. The fuck do the troops? What do they have to do with that? So again, this is an issue. It was always going to be a conflict when people see it visually. You asking black people in 2025 to go march in the theater and see Captain Red, White, and Blue, even if he's black. Like, the reason why that character works so well in general is because he's not some ultra patriot, because he's not Agent Carter, because he's not, what was that dude's name? I always forget. I always want to call him John Carter. It's
U.S. agent.
Yeah, that guy, whoever his actual name is. But yet he's not him.
John Walker.
He's not John Walker. He's not a mindless tool to be used by the establishment, by the corrupt government, by oligarchs. He's a man with a mind of his own that represents the ideals of America. So for him to say Captain America doesn't necessarily only represent or even implicitly represent America goes along with what's already set up for the character. Now, could he have been more eloquent? Yeah, he should have stood on business, should have backed up what he was saying with his words, but he got into this mealy mouth. It's not about color, it's about the only reason why he doesn't. I didn't like it all around.
Well, I mean, I will say it's probably a little tough for Anthony Mackie, considering he probably already feels like a certain group of people don't like him. A certain, I should say, percentage of Marvel fans probably already don't like him. So, like, walking things back in order to seem like what he said was a little bit more favorable doesn't surprise me. But again, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't feel like it was really too out of left field. If you're going to say it, just say it. Say it. Stand on it.
Yeah.
Captain America is a patriot, but he also is not a tool. Captain America represents the idea of America, but doesn't always represent America. There are times where the ideals of the two run in conflict. Captain America is a moral barometer, right? He's the guy who doesn't let the Avengers cuss. So you could imagine within the U.S. government, there are probably some things that he just doesn't agree with and will never agree with and will never, pay his skill set to, for the simple fact that it's being ordered. That's what you say. That's why it's not America that you're necessarily representing with that shield. You're representing its people. You're representing its sick, its poor. You're representing the underrepresented.
He literally lectured the government at the end of
Falcon that shit that you have to do better, Senator. He should have got into that. He should have channeled that. You know what I mean? You people have to do better.
You people would have been crazy. Oh man.
Oh, it's not me with the Jeff Teague obsession. It is. Jeff Teague has been mentioned more on this podcast by commenters in the last month or so than
Yeah, I guess
by
at this point-
moi.
At this point, it's been a while since you
Not
gave
me, sir.
Jeff Teague one.
I've let that man live.
Yeah, that's facts. So you know there's no black relationship in these movies. Yeah, there's the main one we want is just not there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's ever going to be there. Anyway, next one.
Mo Fly, don't disrespect my sports takes by asking me that question. Y'all still believe LeBron is the GOAT with his musical chairs teammate move? Fam,
LeBron is the GOAT.
you don't believe that.
I was around during the Michael Jordan era.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard for
just
me.
Stop.
Yeah, stop. Okay, let me say
No
this.
reason to go
LeBron James is my GOAT.
Well, I don't know if that's a thing.
I'm from Ohio. LeBron James is my GOAT. Just saying.
I have had somebody explain that to me. Like, it's okay, bronsexuals. Like, I understand the secret. I got it now. It's that most LeBron is the GOAT people understand that he's not really better than Michael and maybe a few others. But it's the story, it's the connection to the people. And for that much, I get it, right? Because no other athlete has gone that way to connect back to people like LeBron James has. So I'll let that live. Just know that I know.
Well, that plus I've been watching the NBA long enough to see LeBron's entire career. I obviously can't say the same thing for Michael.
Marcus to know he was wrong about Love Me with Kristen Stewart and Stephen Yeun. Was it a good movie? Right. Nobody's batting 1,000. I'll have to check it out. It's still a dumb.
Oh,
premise.
Love Me. Oh yeah, no, I kind of want to see that just for.
It is hilarious though that the best role for Kristen Stewart is a movie where she's playing a random floating piece of metal in the middle of the ocean. Like that's a perfect role for
Oscar worthy for her.
Shout out to her.
Yikes. All right. Sinners released a trailer or released a teaser.
Yep.
I don't know what the difference between a teaser and a trailer is these days.
Teaser short form doesn't release anything about or doesn't show anything about the plot usually.
Okay.
The trailer gives you a little bit about the story. It's usually a little bit longer.
Got you. Okay. Learn something new every day.
GD. Holding my lip.
Anyway, Sinners dropped a teaser, and I'll be honest with you. During this entire run, I've kind of been out on it. Looks okay. Looks pretty good.
Looking was never going to be the problem.
Looks pretty good.
Looking was never the issue. Looks great.
They kind of
very vibrant. I like whatever lens he got suggested to use. I like it.
I think somebody said that Christopher Nolan had to come on set to help Ryan Coogler shoot with a specific. I don't know if it was lens or what.
Shout out to the gems from Nolan because it looks amazing. I still don't know what it's about.
That's true.
I still don't know what it's about.
It looks.
I don't know why Michael B. Jordan's playing a twin.
Great. Yeah. Looks.
You
good.
know. Haley Steinfeld's southern accent is awful.
Shameik Moore is in shambles,
but everything else looks really good. I just don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
You already know what my thing with Coogler is going to be, so it's not going to have much to do with the behind the lens work. That's always going to be above the bar.
Right.
Got to start getting to a point where we start asking more of people you start telling me is of a certain level, of a certain grade, right? Like a certain tier of director.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just making it visually appealing. If that's the case, give me some more Michael Bay, baby. Give me some more Michael Bay. You feel me? Like if that's that's the bar.
I get it.
You know, so let's see how the story unfolds. I will see it though. I'll definitely go see it.
I'm also intrigued because as you've mentioned before, this is his first non-adaptation film, like something where he's not getting from other source material or real life, I guess. So like, what does he do?
Okay. So yeah, that is a good point. It's an original, right? He's not dealing with any adaptation. He's not dealing with established lore. So this is all him. This is all his thing. Now there's really no, I guess there's no reason to criticize the fact that it's overly personal. So then let's see what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see what it comes of. I think it's got some positive buzz. We were talking about how much money he would make. So Jordan Peele's
Get Out.
I think Get Out was his top. It was either Get Out or Us. One of those made 250 million.
Yeah, Get Out.
You think Ryan graces that with Sinners?
No. 250? 250 is hard. That's tough. I don't think so.
It's horror. It's a horror film.
Horror, not in October.
Or at very least, it's horror content. And it's a black director. I mean, let's just call it what it is. So
it does have a good amount of buzz, but I don't know if that's enough. It has to be a really good movie.
That movie looks like hot garbage. You talking about Sinners, Johnny?
It would have to be a really good movie, and people would have to go talk about it and then watch it multiple times.
Stamina caping for Haley Steinfeld. He said Haley's DNA is all over the map. Umar can cool his jets. Y'all trying to make Haley Steinfeld biracial?
Yikes. Yeah, Johnny said Get Out was an instant classic with the white versus black aspect.
What happened? I said not phenotypically. She'll never present than anything other than what you think Haley Steinfeld is.
Facts. Yeah, Get Out was an instant classic with the white versus black aspect. Yeah, I think Get Out was another movie that people found out it was great, and then they went and watched it again and again with other people.
I love that comparison, Mo Fly. From Dusk Till Dawn meets Idlewild. That's spot on. That's spot on. Because I said From Dusk Till Dawn when I seen the trailer, when I seen the first real trailer, I was like, this feels like Dusk Till Dawn. Like they about to walk into this juke joint and be stuck in there for like 2 days, and the whole movie's gonna be shot within that span. And that's fair. I'm glad to see other people saw what I saw. There's potential there, man. I just want a tight script. I want a tight story.
Yeah.
And even when the story has kind of been halfway already set up for Coogler in certain instances, it hasn't always been a very neat presentation in terms of, you know, what we're saying, our motivations, what we're doing, you know, how things unfold. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking for
sure. Another teaser came out. I thought I said my name on there. No, I changed it. Another teaser came out. Your boy may be back. Jonathan Majors and the magazine Dreams teaser dropped, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that also looked pretty fucking good. Like, I'm ready to see, hopefully, you know, what all the buzz is about, and you know, hopefully we can get some sort of return for Jonathan Majors after this.
First of all, the man's gonna do a phenomenal job in that movie.
Yeah.
Amazing talent. Amazing talent. Jonathan Majors acts circles around some of your faves. And nobody will admit it. People won't say it. They don't like him for a certain amount of reasons. That's okay. You cannot like the man. He acts circles around a lot of y'all's faves. And the thing about his comeback, if we're, you know, that's what we're dubbing it right at this point, he doesn't have to come out and bolster huge numbers. He's the type of actor that can put up good performances in smaller productions and create buzz, because that's the type of roles he picks. Right? He's going to be transforming into different people. He's not going to be typecast. He's not going to be in one type of role. Right? He's not going to be sitting there waiting for the next Marvel call for the rest of his life. I think Jonathan Majors has a chance to really write the course here in his career. And maybe we just treat that whole Marvel stint as a blip. You know,
no pun intended.
Very good. But yeah, no, I liked Magazine Dreams, the trailer. The fact that I don't know anything about this guy, the bodybuilder, and I'm still willing to go sit down in the theater to see it, will say something. That's for most viewers, because again, I don't think most people know the guy that he's portraying. So
yeah. And then, you know, there's been tweets with the teaser and things like that, and it seems like a lot of positive reception from people who want to see, you know, Majors do well. And it seemed like, at least for me, that was more so overwhelming than you know,
he got Kevin Hart to like making Good's post about it.
Mm.
And that ended up being a big thing. It's like you don't even pay attention. At least I don't pay attention to shit like that, like who's liking, who's following who type shit.
Right.
But it's so funny that like they had to have not, engaged with making social media for a number of months or maybe even years with this whole saga with Jonathan Majors, to the point that where he actually does engage again, it's noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's how powerful all of that shit was when Disney kind of put that snake on him, especially from a person like Kevin Hart, who we think is very anti-cancellation,
Very brand conscious.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see.
We got Dane back at the bus. No, we good, Stamina. We good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You walk in with Haley Stanfield, I'm gonna dap you up, bro. We all good. I ain't tripping.
That's crazy.
So it's really for sinners at the movies. It doesn't draw you in. We'll see. I'm gonna reserve my criticisms or anything I got to say about that project until I see it. One of the twins turned or already a bloodsucker, I would imagine. That feels pretty cookie cutter. I was hoping that that's not how it turned out, but it seemed like he was either possessed or something. Also, I think they gave a little bit too much away in the trailer. I don't think I would have showed that part about his brother being out there or whatever and something happening to him. I wouldn't have gotten that far into it. Majors is a great actor with an unbelievable range. Agreed. Jonathan Majors has range. Absolutely. Magazine Dreams looks good. They're not marketing it well at all. I just don't know. So who would you market that to? Sports fans? But it's not a well-known name. You know what I mean?
Black people.
And then also you got to look at who picked it up. It's Zeus and Briarcliff.
Yeah.
So like where else? They only got so much of a budget. They can't have
So
too
much of a
going
range.
on. Yeah.
I mean, the marketing is going to have to be dependent on Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
And hopefully his potential redemption with this movie.
Zeus just using the movie to boost their subs. They don't care about Jonathan Majors. I don't think they care. First of all, most studios don't give a damn about the actor beyond what he can provide for them. So it's mutually exclusive. He wants to have a black company associated with the production. That's a good look for him. Zeus gets their foot in the door at a major production in the Hollywood scene. That's a win for them. That's mutually exclusive or mutually beneficial, I should say.
Yeah. All right. You ready to
Yep.
run through a lot of these?
Go.
It's a lot. The Rock has been cast in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey along with Zendaya, Tom Holland, and literally every other major actor ever.
Oh, in the Odyssey movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rock is going. Oh, I already know who he playing. You've read The Odyssey, right?
It's been a while, but yeah.
Who do you think he's playing?
I
feel like there's only one option for him to play in a Shakespearean like production like this.
The main character?
No, hell no. Fuck no. Ulysses? No. He's gonna play the fucking Cyclops.
Maybe I didn't read the Odyssey.
He's gonna be the Cyclops. Now
what did I read? Oh, you know what I read? The Argonauts. Never mind.
What is that?
It's with Perseus and
okay. Got you. More Greek mythology shit.
Yeah.
No. So Ulysses goes on this like lifelong journey, sails from home, gets lost, sails to different islands, has all these adventures, makes it all the way back. He's old man. It's a crazy lifelong saga. But at one point he stops at an island and meets a Cyclops. The Rock is going to be the damn Cyclops. I think Nolan will do it in a very tasteful way, a way for The Rock to kind of show that he can be something other than what he's been. I think it's going to be a benefit that he's not leading the production. That's a huge thing for The Rock, because when's the last time you seen The Rock on screen and he wasn't in a leading role? Now, I didn't say it was great, a great production. I didn't say you enjoyed it, but when's the last time you seen him and he wasn't at least a co-star? He will be probably 7th on the call sheet. So I like the adjustment. I like the director he's pairing up with.
Playing Cyclops is akin to playing the Scorpion King.
Maybe. Yeah,
I just
kinda.
wanted to bring up the Scorpion King,
He's definitely going to be the Cyclops.
the terrible CGI from the Scorpion King.
I'm surprised they're not calling the Odyssey woke yet. You know why? Because not enough people have read it. Nobody knows what to expect from the book or who Ulysses is, so they don't have any. They don't know. They don't know that they should be complaining. That's my guess on it. Marcus, I agree. He has the head for it. He's Cyclops. Trying to tell y'all.
That's insane. Okay.
Did y'all hear about 50 Cent and Big Meech beef over a picture of Big Meech and Rick Ross?
Is that a thing?
I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. Big Meech is
Why wouldn't Rick
pictures with
Ross and
everybody,
Big
though.
Meech? Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, because BMF the song.
Miami,
Oh yeah, yeah,
major port for BMF. You know what I'm saying?
sure. But then also the song.
The song,
I
yeah.
think I'm Big
I'm
Meech.
Big Meech. Larry over.
But 50 does do stupid shit like that. Anyway, Superman creator. I didn't get his name. You had his name, I think.
Schuster. Hold on.
He's suing WB and DC because apparently they lack the rights to release the Superman film in the UK and Canada.
I'm going to pull up the Deadline article because I still don't understand what that means. What do you mean they don't have the right to release it in Canada, UK? Is he saying that like maybe that's his deal? Well, let's just read. I guess we can do that. That's easier.
Yeah, but trying to stop them from releasing it in pretty much everywhere but the US is insane.
Why would you do this? Why are you citing people without hyperlinking the source?
Yikes.
That particular platform I was just looking like is having a rough week with me.
The Rock and the Nolan movie might be the most credible bit of work that man will do in his entire screen career.
You ain't lying, boy. You
That's a
ain't
fact.
lying. Thank you, Culture Crave, I guess.
Well, except the Scorpion King, of course.
Here we go. The estate of Superman creator Joseph Schuster is suing Warner Brothers Discovery and DC Comics, claiming it lacks the rights to release the up-and-coming summer tentpole in a handful of key territories. The plaintiff, Mark Warren Perry, executor of the estate, filed the suit today in federal court in the Southern District of New York. Why do people love to go there? It's like celebrity court. Southern District of New York is celebrity court.
Yeah.
You got a high-profile celebrity case. We going to New York. Drake, Trump.
Drake also sued in Texas too.
Anyways, where were we at? Seeking damages and injunctive relief for the defendant's ongoing infringement in Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland. Okay, this sounds like hold on. Ireland, as well as declaratory relief and establishing the Schuster's estate ownership rights across relevant jurisdictions. So he's already suing in those other places, in the UK, Australia, Ireland, all of that. And because those cases are ongoing, he's saying that Warner Brothers doesn't have the right to release Superman this summer in those places. So he's trying to get an injunction. I get it.
Mr. YouTube says Schuster is dead. It might be his
His
next
estate.
of kin.
Yeah, his
whole
estate.
Yeah,
His estate. It's the executor of his estate.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't money, maybe this is over money. I couldn't, like you said, Schuster's passed, so
did they do the same thing for Cavill's
Superman tariffs is crazy.
That is crazy.
What would you say?
Is that the same thing? Did they do the same thing for Cavill's Superman?
I don't think so. Or at least I don't remember hearing this story. I also wasn't doing
why
this at the time, so
now who knows?
Yeah, it's maybe a money thing.
Could be. Disney has no plans for Little Mermaid 2. I guess they had spin-off plans, but those are no longer happening. So yeah,
surprise. I feel for Haley Bailey, but at the same time, she's a millionaire and she also chose to take the role. So
yeah,
can't do too much about it. I'm sure they'll in-house cast her as something else.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not in another white role that's going to be disposed less than 5 years after she does it. And hell, this time they even made a cartoon for her to posture like they was going to do it. It's just they didn't get the response. It didn't perpetuate the thought that they would, and It got an even shorter run than they anticipated. So
Little Mermaid, Snow White, Cinderella. What else we got?
there's a rumor that they cast in a live action Rapunzel, and that a certain pop star is circling in on the role.
Billie Eilish.
No, I would
Pop
prefer
star.
that. I would prefer it.
Pop star. Katy
Mhm.
Perry.
Oh no! Which
Oh, Taylor
also
Swift.
I would
Taylor
prefer.
Swift.
Yes.
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Why wasn't that the first
How
thing I
long did
said?
that take you to get there? I would prefer Katy Perry or Billie Eilish. Actually, I would prefer that.
I said Katy Perry before Taylor Swift. Billie Eilish
That
I
is
can get
fair.
away with, but why did I say Katy Perry before Taylor Swift?
Who knows?
Yikes. Anyway, Jake Gyllenhaal supposedly starring in a M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night
movie.
Shyamalan. I like this pairing. Jake Gyllenhaal is underrated as a lead. I like M. Night Shyamalan as a director. He's on a heater. This last half decade or so, he's got Split. He had Glass. He had he just did this last one. What was that? Trap.
Yeah.
I think he's been doing pretty well. It's a good time for them to meet up. I think it's a romantic thriller, though, something like that. I think he said. The guy, they have a novelist that's helping write the script, Nicholas Sparks. Like he did some work on some other films.
I'm not sure. Fam.
What's going on right now?
The Mavericks are losing to the Cavs 91-46 at the half.
They ain't got AD or Luka. What are they supposed to be doing?
91-46 at the half
What are
is
they supposed to be doing?
insane.
Did y'all see Clarissa Shields at the weigh-in? Yeah. She looked like she happy. She looked like she happy and enjoying life.
With Papoose.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, somebody still got yuck mouth. They girlfriend running a rap league, and I can't get my teeth fixed. What's going on? Clarissa got her body right. She got a brand new pair of butters on. My teeth still separating at every spot. What's going on? Remy Ma, what's up? Your pockets light or what up?
That's crazy.
I need to get on Medicaid. What's up? I need to put in the app. What's going on?
That's insane.
I wonder if people will go after Uncle Luke now. The fact that we haven't got no, there was a doc over Freakniks, huh?
Yeah.
It just didn't include Luther.
Yeah, no. What do you do now?
Who's that?
Uncle Luke.
I don't know. DeMarcus Vaughn just said.
Oh, he must have did something stupid.
Nicholas Sparks wrote. Oh, he wrote Notebook. And Walk to Remember. He writes women's Tyler Perry. Okay.
He's not white women's Tyler Perry. The Notebook is the actual.
It was decent.
Somewhat credible movie.
It was a good movie.
Tyler Perry doesn't make credible movies.
M. Night Shyamalan Notebook movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. The love interest better be quite attractive because I don't now I'm kind of thinking
Rachel
about it. Like, am I actually going to be interested in this movie? I don't know if I'll pay for it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Eddie Murphy will lead his first original comedy movie in quite some time called The Blue Falcon.
Blue Falcon.
Not to be confused with Blue Marvel or The Falcon.
Yeah, no. So I think the premise was that he is a ex-spy, goes to a destination wedding with his son, and he's going to run into his rival while he's there at the wedding. Now, my question is his rival the father of the bride? I don't want that, actually. I don't want that. That makes it feel like Guess Who,
right?
Like all the other movies that they'd have made. The one where Jonah Hill is marrying Lauren London.
What? Eddie Murphy was the dad in that movie, wasn't he?
I think he was.
He was the dad in the Lauren London movie.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. That concept's well overdone.
Oh, let me check just to make
What was
sure.
that movie with
You People?
Lance Gross and America Ferrera. Ugly Betty. It was Ugly Betty and Lance Gross. And Forrest Whitaker was Lance Gross's dad.
Our Family Wedding.
They don't even try to match skin tones with black people. Like
that's insane.
They don't even try.
Like, looking at the picture, I was like, what?
Fucking Forrest Whitaker is Lance Gross's dad? On what planet?
Well, it could work.
No, it can't.
If the mom is Lupita Nyong'o. America Ferrera and
shit.
Carlos Mencia.
Carlos Mencia. First of all, they like 8 years apart. How the fuck is Carlos Mencia America's dad? Oh
yeah,
my
no,
God.
Forrest Whitaker and Regina King don't make Lance Gross.
Oh my God.
That's not a thing. All right. Anyway,
Oh my God.
let's move on. You have a hot take about the Little House on the Prairie reboot?
Netflix is replacing Little House on the Prairie. You want to hear my hot take on that? Or they're
Yes.
rebooting it. They're rebooting Little House on the Prairie.
Yes.
New live action series.
Hot take.
Not only will it debut in the top 5, probably top 3, but you will see significant subscriber growth in whatever quarter they release it in. Probably close to that what was that, 18 million subscribers that they just posted in quarter 4 of last year, 2024, something like that. Y'all don't understand what they're doing. There's still a large segment of the American public that sits up at that boo tube, pays their cable bill, and watches The Waltons, watches Little House on the Prairie, watches Matlock, watches all of that stuff.
This section is called West Virginia.
Wherever they at, they're about to flood Netflix. You telling me I can watch my Little House and all I gotta pay is $23.99? Well, my cable bill, my cable bill is about $90. Now they don't know anything else about Netflix. They don't know that they gonna get off a Little House on the Prairie and see a bunch of black people. Shh, that's the secret part, right? That's what the algorithmic setup for
Little House on
Netflix
the Prairie
is for,
and
right?
see you people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if they go get the Equalizer from CBS. I wouldn't be surprised if they go get the Matlock reboot with Kathy Bates. I would not be surprised if they start stacking those titles together in some sort of section or of Netflix, the same way that they got all the other collections set up.
We're on turn Netflix
for the
into
geriatrics,
TV land.
for the old folks. I'm telling y'all. First of all, they watch the most TV of anyone in America. Them and children.
Yeah.
Them and children under 10 watch the most TV in America. Little House on the Prairie is still an extremely popular show decades after it's gone off air. Okay? They gonna break the doors open with these old folks. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so if they're going to do that, then they're also going to need to add soap operas.
Oh, it's coming.
Price is Right. And
they already got game shows, right? Don't they already have game shows on Netflix?
Do. Yeah.
We already halfway
they
there.
have to get Prices Right.
We got game shows. We're already doing live TV. What stops us from airing the novelas in the middle of the day? What stops us from putting Young and the Restless, going and negotiating those contracts off of these local networks and putting it on Netflix from 1 to 3 every day of the week? Just like they own the local networks.
They
now.
need a Netflix version of Price is Right, or like a nighttime version of Price is Right.
It ain't gonna take them that long. It's not gonna take them that
They
long.
need Price is Right. They need Drew Carey. Price is Right.
Damn, Blockbuster, you should have just bought Netflix, bro.
Facts.
You should have just bought Netflix, bro.
Facts.
Should have just bought it.
All right. Agatha is not getting a second season.
No, it's not. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Literally.
We'll see her again, though. We'll see her in something else. It just won't be in her own show.
Sure. Daredevil was compared to the Penguin.
Blouse. Even
that's pretty
the
big
best
shoes to
season
fill.
of the Daredevils on Netflix weren't as good as the first season as the Penguin. So blouse. Even if I believe you, you did your best and you believe it's comparable.
Yeah, because
Believe it when I see it.
Homeboy's gonna have to act better than Colin Farrell. And that's Colin Farrell, and then the person we got to talk about next. Black Mirror is coming back with it's basically a sequel to the USS Callister episode with Kristen Milioti.
Oh yeah, Black Mirror season 7. I'm very excited about that. First of all, I love her.
Yeah, she's
terrific
great.
actor.
She's great.
And the fact that she's in the follow-up to the one with Aaron Paul and the dude from Trapped. Isn't that the one she's following up?
No, this is the one where they're in a spaceship.
That was the same one.
Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, they were in a spaceship too. No, this was before that. This was seasons before that.
Okay, so I gotta go back and do some research because I don't even remember. I thought they were following up on dude after he went back and killed his wife and came back to the ship.
No, not that one. That would have been crazy.
That would have been nuts.
That'd have been insane. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen some of the previous seasons of Black Mirror, but I remember it was like almost like Star Trek, basically.
Okay.
It was kind of like that kind of vibe to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyway,
sign me up.
Oh, you know who was in it?
Put it in my veins, brother.
The guy who's in like every movie. He plays the villain. Jesse Plemons.
Okay.
He was in the original one, and so now
got you.
I guess she's going to be in the sequel version.
So how far they've come from the like my first season watching, like my first time watching Black Mirror, because I watched it out of order. I started on the one where the politician's daughter gets kidnapped. Fam,
it's not all that happens.
Fam, oh my god, what an introduction to a show!
But that was the start. That was the very first.
Was that
episode.
the first episode?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was watching it out of order. No, that's not the. The first one is the dude, the soldiers where they see stuff. That's the first episode, right?
No, it's the
where they have like the virtual whatever the soldiers.
Nope,
okay.
It's the pig fucker episode,
bro. Anyways, what an introduction to a show. That shit was insane.
Yeah, no, agreed. I'm just checking to make sure.
I'm gonna read through some of these.
Series 1.
Who all these black folks in my little house, basically, for the old white section. I think they'll be a little bit more elegant in the way that they put it. Are y'all big wrestling fans? How do y'all feel about WWE? Hey, we about to talk about it. We watched the Rumble last night. Me and my son did. NXT wrestling will be on Tubi. I think that's a good move.
Ew, Aquafina is going to be in the season
of Black Mirror. I can do without that.
Right.
Cobra Kai ends this week. R.I.P. Cobra Kai. R.I.P.
I mean, we're about to get a new Karate Kid, so
apparently that's only lightly connected to the last season of Cobra Kai.
Don't they have? Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, don't they have Ralph Macchio?
Macho's going to be there. Jackie Chan's going to be there. The bigger disrespect is that Jackie Chan's not there, and they're not going to mention Jaden. It makes no sense for Jackie Chan to be there if he never mentions Jaden. Why are you here, fam? How did you get introduced to this franchise?
Right.
One dude that smashed the pig is wild. Yeah, he was trying to save his daughter's life. And the fact that they let her go while he was in the process, you dirty bastards.
No, that wasn't his daughter. He was the prime minister, and it was the princess. So it was like the queen's granddaughter or whatever.
No, that was his. Wasn't it his daughter?
First of all, he was the prime minister, and it was the daughter of the royal
was his
family.
daughter because fuck the queen's daughter. I don't give a shit. Make the queen fuck the pig. It was personal. Make the queen go lay down with the pig then.
Nope.
Okay, well, it ain't gonna be me.
Prime minister.
It ain't gonna be me. I don't gotta be prime minister no more.
I resign.
I resign, yeah. And I'm telling everybody what you asked me to do.
Well, everybody knew that was the point.
Black Mirror season 7 casting is serious, except for Aquafina. Yeah, no. You read that one already. Sopranos or The Wire? Which one is better? I got Sopranos. I am a Wire person, but I also haven't watched Sopranos. I haven't watched all the Sopranos, so
I also can't answer this question.
Was that it?
Oh, sorry, no. We're almost done though. Oh, we only got one more. Live action Transformers with Shia LaBeouf.
There's a rumor, y'all. They talking about it. Shia may be getting his his redemption arc. I'm wondering why it took him so long as opposed to everybody else. Shia might not be the evil guy that certain people try to make him out to be, because to be a white guy, he surely had to wait a long time to get his comeback around, and to have been so forthcoming about his slip ups, his shortcomings. He went on John Bernthal and admitted to assaulting a woman. So I don't really see that many celebrities taking that naked of a response. I'm excited to see him. I hope he makes it in the Holes reboot. I hope he makes it into the next live action Transformers.
I've been so disconnected with Shia LaBeouf lore. Where are we at in the story? Is he still being a rapper? Is he?
No, the last project he was in that Francis Ford Coppola movie. The one where Francis Ford was up there filling people up. It wasn't Shia.
Oh.
Yeah.
But what's going on in Shia's life? Is he high as hell doing readings for Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
He's acting regularly in big productions. That's all we need to know.
Is he meme Shia?
No, he's not
on
meme
the green
Shia
screen.
No.
Is he even Stevens? What's going on here? What's going
I would
on
like him to be Lewis Stevens. That's where I need him.
I don't know where he's at.
Right in the pocket is Lewis Stevens.
I'm lost on the
right in between Lewis Stevens and Sam Witwicky.
He is Joaquin Phoenix Jr.
He is a very talented actor, but I
mean in the sense of Phoenix. I never know where the fuck they are in their life.
We about to find out.
I don't know.
We are about to find out.
Perp tweeted us while you were talking about that. I don't know if you saw that. As to why Jaden is not going to be involved in this Karate Kid movie.
What'd he do?
Why is he wearing a castle on his head?
But that picture is at the Grammys. So he's still got enough notoriety to be around celebrities.
And why is he standing like that?
I'm not saying he got to be in the damn movie. I'm saying it doesn't sound like they're going to acknowledge that Jaden ever existed.
I wouldn't either.
It doesn't make sense. Why is Jackie Chan there if he didn't train the last Karate Kid?
I don't think he's like buff. So why is he standing like that?
He's taking a picture. I don't know why he got this shit.
Right. Like there's so many questions I have. I wish I could show y'all this picture. He's literally standing there as if he's like worked out.
He wouldn't be wearing that shit in the movie.
He looks like SpongeBob when he has those thunder arms that he inflates.
If I was Will, I'd cuss Jackie Chan out.
And then
I was
there's
there
obvious
while you was training Jay and y'all was doing the movie and stuff when he was a kid. You just gonna cut my kid out? I should smack you like I smack Chris.
Yo, that's insane.
It's a little aggressive, but
anyway, yeah, that's all I had for Behind the Cape.
All right. That's it for Behind the Cape this week. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on everything in the prompt below. Don't know why I can't talk. Like, share, subscribe. Come back next week for another Behind the Cape segment.
Absolutely. And like you said, make sure you subscribe. We've got obviously shit tons of Behind the Cape with rumors of TV, film. Make sure you check those out. Then, like he said, make sure you're here Thursday at 10 o'clock to see the next Behind the Cape. And make sure you're with us on the live stream. I don't know. I was still stuck on Johnny calling me sad.
I got an active Rugrat I need to go attend to, so I'll be right back.
Let's see. Marcus, which chant is most popular? The yeah chant, the yeet chant, or the yes chant?
Which one is Jay Uso's?
I don't know. He asked which one was Jaden Uso?
Jay Uso.
Jay Uso. It's been a while since I've watched the WWE. I did see
It's me, Uso.
Well, you know what? I won't say which part I've seen because Marcus is going to mention it later. Jaden probably got bodied off cam. Hell no. Can we just only get a live action Transformers movie with only the robots? Yeah. That reminds me more of the animated version of it. So yeah, I can get down with that. Johnny, I have seen some of The Wire. Some. I'm not going to tell you how much of it I've seen. Black Mirror is good, but sometimes hit or miss to me. Yeah. No, Black Mirror can definitely miss. Like the Miley Cyrus episode was missed for me. It felt like a Disney Channel Lifetime original movie. Lifetime Disney Channel original movie. Or I'm trying to think of some other misses. The one where like the girl, basically they had like a rating system. You know, it's kind of like their credit score. So if anything bad happened and somebody gave you a bad rating, the shit would go down. And then she like plummeted when she was trying to make it to her friend's wedding or some shit. That was missed. But then like the one we were talking about with Aaron Paul was dope. The one with my guy, the one from Get Out. Why can't I think of his name? Daniel Kaluuya. The second episode with Daniel Kaluuya was good. Man, there's some really good ones out there. But yeah, sometimes you can really miss. Bandersnatch was a miss. I think they tried to do a little too much and it just wasn't that good. But whatever. Have you watched Game of Thrones, Josh? Johnny, first of all, you're asking me that question knowing the answer. But second of all, I'm working on some things. And by the time what is it, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms comes out, I will have seen all of Game of Thrones and the spinoff, House of Dragon. I will have seen both of those by this summer, essentially. So you're asking me that because you're being an asshole, but I will have seen both of them so that we can review A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Take that. Black Mirror is pretty good. I like the rating system. I didn't like it that much. I like the ones that are a lot more like, I guess, technology based. I don't know. I like those a little bit more. Some of the ones that feel like they're coming, like we're right around the corner. And I feel like maybe that one is kind of like that too, but like a rating system where like we rate you and then you're outcast from the system if you're rated too low. Like I just feel like that's too exploitable to actually happen in real life. I like the ones that like, oh shit, that could actually fuck around and happen in real life. So that's just me. Yi Chan is Jey Uso Chan. I know who Jey Uso is. I just didn't. I don't know enough to know his chants and things like that. Yeah. Like I know who Uso is. I know who Jey Uso is, but I don't know enough for that. Black Mirror used to be political, futuristic. Later seasons just became basic TV and pretty forgettable. It's hard to make TV about like technological advancements, things that could happen in the future when certain things are starting to actually happen. Right? Like, how do you make a video or how do you make an episode about robots that get bullied when Kai Cenat is out here kicking the fuck out of robots in real life? Like, how do you? At what point does those futuristic things in real life impact what you're seeing in Black Mirror? Like, you got to kind of go even past that at some level. It becomes harder and harder. The Daniel episode was sad because the girl he liked wanted to be a singer, but they broke her confidence and made her so corny. I don't remember that one. He wanted to be a singer, but they broke her confidence. I don't know. I don't remember that one. The Leftovers is the best HBO series y'all need to watch. Why do I feel like that's cap? I feel like it's probably a good show, but I feel like you're putting too much on it. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. I've got a couple of W's and L's we're going to talk about. Marcus is going to probably do his first, but I got to make sure that I get my shit strizzate. But I know he's probably going to talk about the Lakers. We got to talk about the TDE shit. I got some stories. I got some stories that I want to talk about this week for sure. I'm going to talk about the Weeknd album. So we definitely got some things that y'all are probably going to want to look out for. I was going to talk about, a couple weeks ago, I talked about the Gunaside guy. I was going to talk about the fact that they held a memorial service for him. I guess people who were, I don't even want to say fans of him. I don't know how you describe that, but people came to the Bikini Barista place and like held a memorial for him. And it was like, do y'all realize y'all are kind of making this into a joke? Like, a man died, like he killed himself, and y'all are like making this whole thing into like this meme, this joke, and then holding this memorial like he has a family. Can y'all stop? Like, let's be serious about this situation. I ended up not adding that to my W's and L's, but crazy, insane. Let's see, what else did I add or not add? Oh, I almost added the fact that UMG and Spotify have gotten this deal, which is crazy considering the fact that they're both being sued by Drake, and now they come out with this deal. Ugh. I had some things that I wanted to discuss, but
What's going on now?
I'm just talking about things that I left off of my W's and L's. Academics being banned or not being banned. Academics losing some of his endorsements was something I wanted to talk
did
about.
they come after him? I thought he was good on the endorsements on like the betting thing and steak and all that.
Was he good with steak?
Steak is still when he was making his little response video.
They
It
were
was still on his TV screen.
Oh, damn. But yeah, no, there's some things that I was going to talk about that I just said, nah, I want to focus on these few things. But anyway, you all good?
Yep. Good to go.
All right.
Make sure y'all smash that like. I see, was it 6 likes, 5, 6 likes, 18 watches? Smash it, smash it. Usually get more viewers on Dubs and L's anyways.
Y'all think that BMF should be canceled? Have you been watching BMF?
No.
At all?
No. I don't. I barely watch Power because Stars is not doing it for me.
That's crazy. Where we at battery-wise? Come on.
Johnny says he's invested. I understand, man. Sometimes you got to pay it off. That's how I'm at. I just want it to be done, though. Same thing with Power. Like, I just want it to be like sew all of this shit up so we can finally just talk about where it should have went.
That's crazy.
Mention Keke Palmer, Spirit Tunnel. Shout out to Keke Palmer, Spirit Tunnel. Oh, you talking about the Jennifer Hudson thing? Yeah. Okay.
I looked at it too. I was like, Spirit Tunnel. What the fuck is he talking about? But yeah, no, Keke Palmer. I didn't see the whole thing, but that seems to be the thing. Like, I feel like more people are tuning in to Jennifer Hudson's hallway walkthrough than they're actually watching the show and the interviews. Am I wrong in that?
I think it's a part of it. It's good for the show, right? Because it makes them go viral anytime they have a celebrity. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't know. I think right now it's good. Right? Obviously, it's not an internet show, and so the fact that they're going viral on the internet for a show that comes on network television, that's a good thing. That means
it's definitely a good thing,
cross-platform.
But I feel like people care more about that than they do the actual
people who see it on the internet. You're not thinking about the millions
of
viewers
she
gets that watches it on TV. Yeah, so she's serving two audiences at once.
That's fair.
Because then people that's watching the Spirit Tunnels don't give a fuck about the interviews. They're not watching the interviews. Right. And the people who are watching the interviews don't really give a shit about
the Spirit Tunnels. Could though. If it's a person that they care enough about, obviously.
There's obviously a little bit of cross-pollination there, but there's not like the people who are going to watch the compilation of Spirit Tunnels don't really care.
Hey, if you're watching compilations,
they don't care about that. And then
you a sick Negro.
If you sitting in studio, obviously, you just hearing the tail end of them chanting them in. That's not really the big part is sitting there watching Jennifer Hudson live and in action speak to this, celebrity. So.
And now watching the compilation of hallway walkthroughs is insane. It's like you're watching.
Well, okay, you stomping out content ideas now.
No. It'd be like watching the intros to our live streams and then like not watching the live streams. I don't know. It's funny.
Well,
it's funny.
It's funny.
I'm gonna go to the movies and watch the trailers, but not actually watch the movies.
But hold on, no. Now at a point in time, I was literally doing that. Couldn't afford to go see the movies, but I would watch like.
Oh no, but you work there. That's different.
No. I'm saying like at a point in time where I couldn't afford to go watch movies, I would still like go on YouTube and watch new movies coming out 2025, new movies coming out 2026. Well, not those years exactly.
Well, but eventually you would see the movies.
And
you get more fulfillment from the movies than you did eventually the trailers.
Sure.
I feel like some people are getting.
I don't know. I can't tell you definitively that there aren't people on the internet or on YouTube watching the trailers who don't ever see the movies. I can't tell you.
That's fair. It's a minority for sure, though.
Sure.
Anyway, W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. It's on you.
Cool. I had a longer list this week, so we'll go ahead and start it off.
I got a pretty long list too. Well, we're going to talk about some of these things for quite a bit. And you're probably going to get rid of one of mine at least.
We'll see.
I'm pretty sure you're going to get rid of one of mine.
All right. So first up, I got is going out to Will Smith. Will Smith is having a good news week, I would say. This week he had the music video come out where he was doing Neo. Side note, I would have much rather have seen a different iteration of the Matrix where Will Smith is actually Neo instead of the last Matrix that we actually got. But yeah, I mean the music video was okay.
I didn't know what you meant by doing Neo.
You didn't know what I meant by doing Neo.
When you said it, I was like, "What?" And then I got it. Just throwing that out there.
Yikes!
I was definitely confused for a second.
Where the brain is, folks. It's always where the brain is. Anywho, he also did an interview with Big Boy this week. Got back to doing some black media, and apparently, he credits Will Smith for his drastic weight loss. Says that he saved his life. He says one day he was, I think it was for Bad Boys, and he was talking to him or whatever, and asking privately, like, "Yeah, fam, how long do you want to live?" Basically, and you know, those weren't the exact words, but you know, what about your future? Like, do you plan, like, what are you going to do about your health? Because you know, at that time, Big Boy was one of the unapologetically big people. You know,
I mean, it was his name,
Big Boy,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we talking soul playing Big Boy. We ain't talking about the dude that's sitting up there now that look like he eat kale salads,
right?
But again, we got there due to Will Smith. Shout out to Mike Lowry.
Since we're talking about transformations and we're talking about Jennifer Hudson's hallway, Lil Rel was on there, and I was like,
"Dog, I swear to God, I looked at Tia. I was like, oh, he on that Zimp.
It looks like
he on that Zimp.
Yeah.
That boy sick. I'm like, suits are supposed to fit a man the way that an evening dress fits a woman. So if it looked like his bones rattling around in that suit and he already looking small, I'm like, man, he got to weigh like 150 pounds, 160 pounds.
Something crazy. Like he shouldn't.
Your head should not look displaced from the rest of your body. That you've gone too far.
He's gone too
far. Right,
far.
losing weight is cool, but then you go all the way swinging the pendulum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did catch the clip of him responding to that. He was like, you know, it's a bunch of negativity, and I'm trying to do something different with my body, and people just hating on me. You know, hey, look, I'm like, look, dog, it looked like your head about to roll off your shoulders. I just want you to be safe.
Your impression's not complete if you don't do the Lil Rel laugh.
What the hell is the Lil Rel laugh?
Have you never heard him laugh?
Nah.
Have you ever seen him do stand-up comedy?
Pull it up. I don't think I've ever actually watched a Lil Rel.
I wonder if I could do it. Yeah. I can't do it. No. It's something like that. It's very close. I'm not doing it justice, though. Lil Rel Howery laugh.
Yeah, no, I don't. Never really didn't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sit here and we're gonna actually have to watch a set to hear it. It's very distinct.
Okay,
I'll say that. We'll watch it afterwards. I can't find a clip of him laughing.
But yeah, no, he definitely looked like he was on the Zimp.
Yes.
Oh, Zimpy.
He's definitely a long way from what he was in Get Out.
Yikes.
Just saying. It's still on you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Next take. Danny Green. Danny Green's getting a dub for me. I got a lot of some basketball dubs, yeah.
You got some basketball else.
Anyways, so Danny Green was let me not misquote the podcast that he said it on.
Did he say it on Jeff Teague's podcast?
No, he did not. He was talking about who the hell is Run It Back FTTV? Oh, FanDuel, Run It Back. That's Michelle Beat on them and Lou Will and
oh yeah.
No Nothing Chandler Parsons.
I was gonna say yep.
So Danny Green had to take that Kevin Durant actually was supposed to be like built to be the greatest basketball player of all time, except KD's a bad leader. He's just never been the type of leader that was going to be the best player for perpetuity. And I started thinking about KD's career, right? And where it looked like we were headed for Kevin Durant after like 2017. It felt like he was kind of putting himself into LeBron's track, what LeBron had built up for that time. And since he left the Warriors, I don't think we've ever really looked at Kevin Durant the same way, right? He had that one season with the Nets, the foot on the line season, where he was damn near MVP but didn't win it. And then that's pretty much, like, don't get me wrong, Kevin Durant's still a force, still a 7-foot sniper. He's still a very good player, one of the best in the league even to this day. But what we talking about is that Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Pantheon type of player. And when I'm seeing him now bookend by two other elite scorers, just completely unable to figure it out. Completely and utterly unable to figure it out. And I'm like, well, we did this before when it was the Splash Brothers. Worked out fine. You found a role to play. You became a rim protector of all things. You was playing defense. You knew how to get off ball. You could play in the dunker. You was playing ball then.
Yeah.
And then, like, nobody else has made you do that since. So you just go out there and do what you want. And then everybody else fit around you. You know what he act, fam. I hate to say it, but like, he took LeBron James's track, but not in the way that he wanted to. Right? He started doing the things that LeBron does. Let me go get the best players in the league. Let me make sure that my situation with the front office is the best possible. Let me get myself out of situations where it doesn't serve me and my brand.
Control the coaching situations,
control the personnel decisions, this, that, and the third, right? He's doing all of that, except he's not putting up wins.
Yeah, the success is not
coming. The success is not coming. He didn't go to 9 straight conference finals. He hasn't won 4. Hasn't gotten back to the finals since he left. Hasn't gotten back to the NBA finals since he left Golden State. Now, it was like this big thing. I'm like, oh, man, Kevin Durant going to be fine. He can win without. The man hasn't been back in the finals since Golden State.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
I wanted to say that maybe attributed to, smelling himself a little too much, like believing the hype a little bit, but then like there was reason to for a certain amount of time.
No, it was, but he had it felt different, right?
Yeah.
It felt like he needed that. Like he when he was going for them rings with the Warriors, it felt like he had something to prove.
Mm-hmm.
When I've seen Kevin Durant play after that, outside of that season in Brooklyn where he had the MVP type season, the foot on the line, right, against Giannis in the Bucks. Well, outside of that, man, I haven't really seen that attitude, and I've heard him say certain things to the such of in terms of winning championships and how that validates a superstar's career. It don't sound like it's getting better. It don't sound like he's going in another direction. It seems like he's taking the owl's way out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it sounds like he may be thinking about pivoting to something else. He may open up a cannabis factory or some shit like that.
Right.
But I just don't see the passion. I don't see him going out and trying to kill every night. And again, the fact that you can't seem to make it work on any of these super teams. We got Kyrie, James Harden, we got Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Like, how many superstars, how many dominant scorers do we need to cycle through? I'm asking the same thing I'm asking of LeBron. How many iterations of a roster do we need to go through to make it work for you? And if we got to get that particular to make it work for you, are you him?
You shouldn't need anything more because you yourself are a unicorn.
Like,
you're 7 foot.
But I'm holding him to the same standard I'm holding LeBron.
Right.
Like, if we're going to sit up here and say you're this, you're that, the greatest of all time, smartest player in the NBA, more cerebral than any other player of all time, best passer, stronger, faster, all of that stuff, right? All of that glazing that people do, then why do we not gain equal criticism for the amount of tailoring that has to happen to make it work for this all-worldly player?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I feel the same way about Kevin now that I did about LeBron in that regard.
Yeah, that's fair. Zane Beto said Steph winning number 4 without KD really hurt KD's perception.
Hey, you're not lying. You're not lying, because before that ring happened, it was kind of like, well, they needed each other. They both were equal alphas.
Shit.
Right.
Like
Steph roll out the ball with 4 Nathans, and Stephen Curry will get you to the Western Conference Finals. Don't. Those things are not the same. All right. Last dub I got is going out to I Show Speed. Made an appearance at the Men's Royal Rumble last night. One of only 2 black male wrestlers in the male Royal Rumble,
which is
insane. Absolute insanity. Triple H, you should be embarrassed. But I can see that you're not. So it is what it is. They also have a weird Samoan fetish going on. I'm just getting back into wrestling with my son. And so like I'm learning all the guys. The back maybe like 12 guys outside of like CM Punk and John Cena. I didn't know who the hell they were. But they got this weird Samoan obsession going on.
Oh yeah.
Roman Reigns is the tribal chief. There was like a Samoan werewolf in there somewhere. Of course, they got the Usos. It's me, Us.
I don't know that Usos. It's weird considering Pacific Islanders have always had a huge lineage in wrestling.
Sure, but like I'm talking in terms of focus. Like the guys that they were really hyping up, it was just like, well, damn, they just.
That's fair.
They didn't let the Rock and Rakisha family just run rampant all over WWE.
But there's probably just a audience that really.
Sure. I mean, no. I mean,
I guess.
I think that wrestling is a big sport of pedigree and lineage, and like you said, there are a lot of ties there to that community. So naturally, you'll see a lot of stars pop up.
The Rock, Umaga.
I don't know what that has to do with I Show Speed being one of only 2 black wrestlers in the Royal Rumble.
They have black wrestlers on the roster.
Like I can remember, like just taking it back to when I was regularly watching wrestling: Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Mark Henry, obviously The Rock, Booker T. Like. It just feels like they're going a different way. But anyway,
not just black wrestlers, but like pivotal black wrestlers.
Now the women, they've got a lot. But the men, it's not so much. I gave Speed a dub though because he took that spear. That it was pretty dope.
Yeah,
I did not expect to see him do that. Most times when celebrities get in there, they pull the punches.
Mm-hmm.
No,
legit.
No, they speared him, threw him out the ring into Otis's arms. Otis flipped him onto the announcing table. Like that's something I could actually see a future for him in that. If that's something he would want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was impressed.
I mean, at the end of the day, he just seems like a kid who's living his
dream for sure. Yeah. I definitely thought him and Kai Cenat was gonna have a match or some shit like that. When I think Kai called him out on Raw last week.
Now Kai Cenat's too busy bullying robots.
It's very interesting that they're dipping into content creators. In fact, in lieu of Mr. Beast's success with his show on Prime that he had, there's talk now that studios are looking more towards content creators to create on the streaming service.
Actually, a long time.
Seems like they're a long time overdue, right? So, any chance y'all get, reach out to anybody, not Disney, anybody other than them, let them know that you would really love to see Black and Bus on their streaming platform. We'd appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Spotify, what up? Netflix, what up?
Yeah, we can do some Netflix. I wonder if you get your Netflix account for free.
If you're on Netflix?
Mm-hmm. Like if you work for them. Oh no, yeah, we got some type of relationship with. Yeah, I would want that in my contract. Like, zero out my account, cuz. And I want premium, no ads. I want to be streaming in 4K.
Yeah, I feel like we could probably get that pretty easy if we start reviewing more Netflix shows.
I think we've reviewed quite a few. Niggas don't show no love.
Supercell. What else do we do from Netflix?
Recently, no, it was Supercell. Supercell. But yeah, shout out to Speed. Let's get on to these L's. Right. First L I got is going out to D. White Howard.
You just gave him a dub.
I did not.
Recently.
I gave him an L last week.
No, you gave him a dub for like speaking his mind about what was going on in Palestine.
Oh yeah, I did. That was 2 weeks ago. You're right. That was 2 weeks ago. You're right. I did just give him a dub. He's getting an L now.
Okay.
Do you think the Redeem team So 2015 team
I didn't see this.
would have beat the Dream Team.
No.
I don't either. And that the Redeem Team is my version of the Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They had just marched out Chris Bosh and Vince Carter and all of them 4 years before. They got their ass beat by Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty embarrassing. And then, obviously Cole, Melo, LeBron, D-Wade, and all them boys, they got it together, came back and tore ass, belt to ass, all tournament, belt to ass. Kobe Bryant cemented himself as the Black Mamba in that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. There was a lot to love personally because I actually got to watch it.
Right.
It's just the lore of the Dream Team. Everybody talk, well, Magic and Bird were old. They were what LeBron is today, and y'all keep trying to tell me that LeBron is a top 5 player. Why do y'all mix and match ideologies so seamlessly? It's like, LeBron is still a top 5 player. But then when we talking about Dream Team, Bird and Magic were both 38. They were 37 and 38. So, you know what I mean? Like, where's the give and take here? Where's the give and take?
Right.
I still think, regardless of their age, they were effective players in international basketball. Internationally, first of all, Magic Johnson could have played until he was 50 internationally. Let's just talk about the degrees of competition here.
Well, barring one thing,
it don't seem like he got that no more. I don't think he got that.
No, that's fair. No. Now, yeah, no.
Were you talking about something else?
No, I guess I was just talking about the time.
Oh, okay, no,
and plus he's well past 50.
I think my boy is good. I think he's cleared. Him and Stevie Wonder went to the same doctor, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I it's not a severe L. I disagree.
I disagree. I think there's for a lot of those guys early on, the level of competition and just like will to win was just different.
Read some of these.
I think only Kobe had that will to win when it was the Redeem Team. Maybe some other guys, but it just wasn't to the level of the Dream Team.
A lot of healthy, thick black. Tony Robinson doing
his Tony Robinson.
He not wrong. He not wrong.
First of all, there was this one girl on there. What was her name? Bailey? White girl. She used to dress up like a fucking Joker or something like that.
Mm.
Did she get a BBL or something? Did she have a baby? Like I swear to God, last time I seen her, I was like, that ain't the same. That couldn't be the same chick because she did body transformation, complete body transformation. Anyways, moving on. Ooh, y'all ready to hear this Ben Simmons L? This Ben Simmons take here. Not good, Ben. Not good. Ben Simmons tried to take Michael Blackson's girl. Tried to dirty Mac on Michael Blackson.
No, yeah, okay.
Tried to dirty Mac on Michael Blackson. And this ain't no he say, she say, we fighting on Twitter back and forth. No. This man had a sit-down interview. This man did a sit-down interview with Art of Dialogue. This is what he's talking. He sat down with Art of Dialogue and told the story of how Ben Simmons used to they used to go out when he was in Philly, when he was still playing for the Sixers and all that other stuff, spend some time together. I'm pretty sure it was a celebrity relationship. However, Michael Blackson introduced his wife to Ben Simmons, right?
Mm-hmm. You said wife or girlfriend before?
I don't know what this is.
Oh,
she has a wedding ring on, so that's his wife.
Okay.
That is his wife. Yeah, that's a pretty big wedding ring too.
Damn.
Anyways,
that kind of matters because Ben Simmons trying to take your girl versus your
girl
wife
versus your
wife.
Well, I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter to me, but I guess
no. Like to the guy, sure, but like when a girl's married, it's
sure,
different. Like it's just different levels.
Absolutely. So they meet. Obviously, they've met before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drake. Ben Simmons then contacts Michael Blackson's wife under the guise of trying to buy some real estate because she's a real estate agent. While she's showing him properties, homeboy making his move.
Fam.
Nasty work.
Very nasty
First
work.
of all, I understand he's Michael Blackson. Maybe you think you can try him. You're Ben Simmons. Okay. He gonna make jokes about you until the end of time. The next Michael Blackson stand up is queued up on my Netflix, guaranteed. Because I want to hear the Ben Simmons jokes, where everybody else been taking their kid gloves and putting them on and dealing with you, talking about your mental health and shit. Michael Blackson gonna make sure your ass don't go back to the next NBA season. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with your health. It ain't nothing to do with your health.
Your Ben Simmons is crazy.
Like you gonna come around here and then try to backdoor me for my wife
under the guise of doing business.
Look. I feel like that's a bold move for any man, period. Right? For you to have a relationship with another grown-ass man and you try to take his wife, you try to make a move on his wife. But when you add to the fact that you are not at the peak of your celebrity or your notoriety, and you just out here moving like that shows a level of disregard. Like you just don't understand. You don't get where you're at. These are the type of stories that land you out of the league just because of the nonsense of it all. Mm-hmm. If you remember Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher, when Matt Barnes was on the back half of his career, on the back nine, and maybe could have played a few more seasons, but I got into this real public spat with Derek Fisher over my ex-wife. We came to fisticuffs over it, and NBA teams kind of backed away there. And then I started a podcast with Steven Jackson.
A successful podcast.
A very successful podcast. One that I watch. I'm just saying.
One that led me to cheat on my wife.
I'm just saying, maybe there are certain things that you don't do or you don't mix yourself up in to protect yourself from other shit. Now, if Michael Blackson come and smack the shit out of you at your next NBA game,
I mean, it's warranted. What was I about to say? Oh, at some level, I could see where Ben Simmons probably in his lifetime has had some history of trying to steal. I just feel like, when you're on top, like, due to like basketball and things like that, like you've been the top of your high school, you've been the top in college, you've been the top, you do certain things that are probably fucked up in general, trying to steal people's girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
when it comes to somebody's wife, all bets are off.
Don't you know when the dynamics have evened out? Like if this was still All-Star Ben Simmons, maybe
that too.
Maybe I would still, fam. You've been bounced around. Yeah. You've been memed to death.
You don't get.
You still don't shoot the basketball.
You're not that guy.
Not. Absolutely not. That's why this man felt comfortable. Celebrities don't even talk about shit like this. Like this is far from the first time that this has happened to somebody like this in this situation where a famous person's wife or significant other was approached by a athlete. Mm-hmm. What they don't do is go have sit down interviews and tell all about it.
Right. And then
that's how much he thinks about you. That's where you at. That Michael Blackson, can come out here and say this stuff about you, and it's going to be more embarrassing for you than it is for me.
Hey, Ben Simmons trying to steal my chick, y'all. Look at this. Look at this clown.
Look at
this clown.
Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. He think he can steal my woman.
I could not get jiggy with it.
You think because you're both light skinned, she will leave with you? What is wrong with you?
This mother sucker.
You can get basketball up and hoop. You basketball player can't shoot hoop. What the hell is wrong with you? No shortage of women on this earth to be doing stuff like that. That's ego, respect issue. Absolutely.
Especially for somebody you feel like is your homie.
Yeah, like, are we cool? Is there some beef I don't know about? Like, what prompted this? I don't know, man. Most sharks I know don't eat at their home. We go travel thousands of miles to go eat. You going around, don't
crazy.
Niggas is different.
And that becomes somebody you cannot trust. You cannot keep them in your circle.
Can't ever come around me again. Ooh. You ready for some lotto news?
Lotto. Big lotto.
It's very convenient that this comes up a week after we was talking about the Le'Veon and Bow Wow stuff.
Big Mama.
Lotto, whatnot. So apparently Big Mama got herself potentially, allegedly into some trouble.
Uh-oh.
So
not after that.
I don't know if I can tell the story without playing this video. So I'm about to shout out the dude on TikTok. Hold on, let me get his name before I just start playing the video.
Not getting in trouble when that trash ass song with her and Playboy Cardi just came out.
What the hell is his name? Dupree. Dupree. Shout out to Dupree.
Jermaine Dupree?
Nope, just Dupree. All right, so Dupree has a story to tell us. Let me see if we can get it played up here. Oh, nope, wrong.
I said that sound like me.
That is you. I'm talking to the back of the mic the whole time. Dupree being a little messy right now, but he's getting to it. I promise you. Okay, so pause. Right? Lash Tech is making some erroneous joke online. Lotto sees it, thinks the Lash Tech is talking about her, threatens the Lash Tech, tells her the last girl who was playing with me and my man got beat up outside a club in the A. Now, okay, riddle me this.
Mhm.
How hard would it have if you had done a criminal act, like say, I don't know, beat up someone in a public space? How hard would it be for you yourself to admit that you had done said act in public again to millions of people?
Pretty hard. I don't involve myself in
Pretty fucking difficult, right? Now let's enhance the degree a little bit. Let's say that individual that you beat up outside the club was pregnant.
Oh, I'm definitely not telling anybody I
Wouldn't,
beat up.
wouldn't say a word to a single effing body, let alone be bragging about it to some random person who had nothing to do with it on the internet, right? Okay. Now let's add another degree of difficulty to it. Not only did you assault a person in a public place where there are probably other eyewitnesses and probably can attest to it, not only was that individual pregnant, Josh, do you notice she lost that baby a few days later?
Ooh.
And once again, we're using this as an example to threaten some cosmetologist who may have or may not have been talking about you. Man, you got to love great life decisions, don't you? You got to love great life decisions. And so now, just so I'm not, we're not pulling this out of our butt. Allegedly, the girl actually spoke on it. So move forward a little bit in Dupree's video so we can see her talking about it. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Nigga, why would you ever be talking about this? Let alone trying to threaten somebody off the back of this shit.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Dog. Hey, look, first of all, I hope it's not true.
Right.
Like, I hope it's not true, because I would hate for that to actually have played out that way. But then again, sometimes you talk too fucking much. Sometimes you talk too damn much.
Those are lessons she learned in Atlanta, not in Columbus.
Hey, I don't know where she learned them.
She ain't learning.
I don't know where she learned no shit like that.
Because I ain't learned that same lesson.
Stop snitching is universal. Stop self-snitching is even more universal. So that's Lotto's take. Adam Silver getting a quick L from me for suggesting that the NBA game quarter should be played 10 minutes per, maybe, potentially.
I can't imagine the players are with that.
Fam, wake up and veto some trades. What are you doing? What are you doing? Talking about shortening the quarters. Yes, that's going to work. That's going to help. Yeah, less product. Definitely the answer.
So you want him to be David Stern and veto Lakers,
somebody got to do some shit. I
trades.
swear to God, it better not go down in NBA history that the only commissioner veto trade in the history of the league is the one that stopped Kobe from getting his 6th ring.
Yep.
Like that shit ain't gonna stand. Somebody else stand up and veto some shit. No, I guess that's going to be a good segue into this this rant I have to go on with the Lakers. No. Goddamn Lakers. First of all, I went to sleep. Both AD and LeBron were fucking Lakers. I was talking to Chill. He making jokes about it. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. I wake up this morning and I see the Shams report. Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, Max Kleber, Markieff Morris. I'm like,
niggas thought Shams got hacked.
Nah, this NBA Sentinel. This is Sentinel, not Central.
Right.
Shit's definitely. You know what's funny as hell? The first comment on the actual ESPN, the Shams report that I seen was fucking Joey Swole saying the same exact thing that I just said. Like, I thought this was one of those NBA fake accounts. Shout out to Joey Swole.
Joey Swole.
Do better. Mind your own business.
Shams, do better.
My boy got the intense eyes, but he's like, do better. Mind your own business.
That all doesn't hit once you find out he's like 5'4".
Oh my God. Just took it all the way off from me. I'm like, you mind your own business a little bit.
He's 5'4", and it's mostly forehead space.
I mean, he's very diminutive. It is a shocker.
Shout out to Joey Swole. I like his content.
Shout out to Joey Swole. It actually makes perfect sense when you start thinking about it. Though.
No, facts.
Anyways, back to this trade, right? It doesn't make sense for me from either team's perspective. I don't know why they found themselves to be strange bedfellows in this trade. I don't get it. From the Lakers' perspective, the Lakers needed a big. The Lakers needed some more help in their backcourt. They traded away D'Angelo Russell, picked up Luka Doncic, traded away Anthony Davis. The Mavericks, right? No, they got a pretty balanced team, but they had a motivation problem with Luka, right? That's the most telling thing for me, is that Luka's 25 years old. Luka's 25 years old, and Luka Doncic was just in the NBA Finals last year.
Mm-hmm.
If they are willing to part ways with their 25-year-old superstar, one who just played in the NBA Finals, what was the attractive factor for Rob Pelinka and the Lakers? I can't make myself understand that.
No, what's crazy is they called you to get rid of him.
Dog. You know what? I'm gonna play out a scenario. Let's play out a scenario, right? I'm about to call you. Pick up your phone.
Yo, what up?
Hey, Josh. Hey, listen, I've got a 2025 Hellcat Barracuda, baby. Yeah. Yep. No, you got to take it today, though. Have to take it today. Matter of fact, nope. If you take it within the next 2 days. 2 days. You got 2 days, and then I'm moving on. Do you want it?
Nigga,
No. Don't ask anything about ownership. Just, no. I'm dead ass serious, but you have to take it. Like now.
Nigga, send me proof.
I'll send you a picture of it right now.
See, you want it? You sure?
What do I gotta give up for this?
Man, just give me a ham sandwich or some shit.
A ham sandwich?
Yeah, give me a ham sandwich.
Give me this deal right now.
Yeah, just give me a ham sandwich who's, knee, ankle, back, and everything else be injured for 3/4 of the season, and we'll be good.
You didn't, hold on. Hold on. You didn't say that at first.
Okay, I'll give you the Hellcat. You give me 3 sheets of paper out of your notebook and then one of your TVs out of your house.
Let's make it 2 sheets of notebook paper and no TV.
All right, give me a radio at least.
You got it.
Bet. That's how that shit went. And I don't understand, like, the urgency in which they were looking to get off a top 5 player in the NBA, or at least what the analysts, the experts tell us is a top 5 player in the NBA. You didn't find that concerning? You didn't think that, hey, maybe there's a reason why they're going away from Luka Doncic? And then if you're the Cavs, if you're the Mavs, you traded away a guy who just got you to the finals for a guy who's probably not going to finish the entire season, this season or next. Just a fact. Anthony Davis has been commendable this year, played very good last year. Is that going to last? I think you can count on that about as much as you can count on Joel Embiid being on the floor at full time. I like the pairing between AD and Kyrie Irving. I really do. Mm-hmm. And I like the fact that they didn't have to give up a lot of their bench players to get Anthony Davis. So from that standpoint, in terms of who won the trade, I think the Mavs won the trade. But in terms of why you would even do this, I don't know. You would either have to be completely out on Luka Doncic as an organization if you're the Mavs. That's the only thing that makes sense because they're the ones that rush out.
Well, my thought is, first of all, that Luka definitely made a call out to James Harden to ask him where he got that bodysuit from to appear to be 270 fucking
You think
pounds.
So?
Like the Mavericks are reporting.
I mean, he's not in shape. He's definitely not in shape. He needs to cut weight for sure.
I think he's going to lose the weight. Now that
you think he pulled a James Harden? I don't like that. I don't like what Jimmy Butler's been doing. He's sullying his own reputation for me. Yeah. Like, you're not embarrassing the Heat.
Right.
Like, you were a man's man before. Like, this is not something I ever envisioned getting out of him. What he's been doing. I hated it when Harden was doing it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You're a fucking millionaire, bro.
You're tanking yourself to.
You are a millionaire. Like,
yeah.
This is not you not getting your paycheck that you need to pay rent. Okay. Like, you just want to go hoop somewhere else,
right.
Which is understandable. And I get it, but act like an adult, like be an adult, go to work until they worked it out, until you have an opportunity to do something else. But this shit of, I'm gonna put on the Nutty Professor suit and I'm gonna give lackluster effort in the games, and I'm not gonna.
That's the hard part.
Hate that shit.
Yeah, Luka might be putting on the weight and all that stuff, but like, if he can get his conditioning and start playing some fucking defense, then the Lakers can turn this around to be an all-star steal. But
they traded the wrong fucking guy.
Yeah,
why not Luka and AD instead of Luka and LeBron? They play in the same
fair.
position. They're both ball dominant forwards. They want to hold the ball at the top of the key and shoot threes. Okay, we only got enough room on the offense for one of them niggas to do that. So LeBron either gonna have to figure some shit out, or Luka gonna have to figure some shit out. And I don't think either one of them wants to figure anything out. I think they love the way that they play basketball.
Yeah. Well, but at the end of it, though, you look at it and say LeBron's only going to be here for a certain amount of time.
Then why not try? Well, I guess that would make it less attractive for somebody to take on LeBron. So maybe that's the reason why he wasn't.
Yeah.
Interesting thing, right? So I got a little bit of blowback because I was talking about how disappointed I was in this morning. People think that, or at least according to Shams and Brian Windhorst, nobody knew. They did it in the dead of night, under silence.
Not even LeBron.
Horseshit. I didn't even, before there were conflicting reports of that, I didn't even believe it. There's no way in hell this man went through 20-some years in the NBA, got his ear to every personnel decision on every roster he's ever been in, and just decided to take his feet off the gas when Anthony Davis gets traded. There's horseshit. Buy this beach house in Idaho then. You know what I'm saying? But now even Chris Haynes is reporting that the Mavs, or the Lakers, after the Mavs reach out to the Lakers reach out to Rich Paul and let him know. Now, if you still believe that Rich Paul knew for 2 days that Anthony Davis was potentially getting traded and LeBron didn't, I got 2 beach houses in Idaho. 2, and I give them both to you for $100,000 right now.
It's a steal.
Steal, absolute steal.
Steal the decade.
Bargain buy, baby. Bargain buy. I don't know, man. I don't even know how we went from just needing a center and help at point guard to getting 2 LeBron Jameses and no center. I don't even know what we're going to start. I don't know what we're going to look like. It's going to be LeBron, Luka, probably Austin Reeves, but I don't know where he's going to play. Dorian Finney-Smith, Jackson Hayes, or Rui. Sounds great. That sounds so much better than what we had before. We had D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron, AD, and Rui. And now we have Luka Doncic, LeBron, Austin Reeves, Jackson Hayes, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Do you see how we're so much better now? You see how we're so much more ready to compete with the moves that we've made.
Plus, you got Bronny.
So much better. Oh, and fucking Bronny. 15 minutes in the first fucking quarter. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So Bronny Jr., who is, if I'm not mistaken, averaging less than a point a game in the 15 games that he's played in the NBA.
Yes.
Right? He can get 15 minutes in the first half of an NBA game. Right? And that, obviously has to do with somebody, certain someone. Right? But he's not at all connected to Anthony Davis being shipped the hell out of here. Yeah, I was too worried about trying to get Bronny minutes. I couldn't even worry about that AD trade stuff. This shit is a mess. All of it. It's a fucking mess.
J.O., I'll include that in what I was going to talk about at the very end of this stream.
Bronny going to ball out with Luka. Steve, take a lap. Take a lap.
It's a fact. Spitting facts.
Chip Kelly hired by the Ooh!
I knew it.
Ooh!
I knew he was going to overreact.
Down an old lineman. Down an old line coach. Down a defensive coordinator. Down an offensive coordinator. Sexual assault allegations.
That's insane. Don't add that last part in there. The other parts there. The other parts we can get over. The answer is hardline, but whatever.
Ooh, but no, we already tried that. Remember, that wasn't an answer.
Hardline?
We literally tried that already.
Are you talking about Hardline?
Yeah, Hardline was the offensive coordinator before they got Chip Kelly.
Yeah, but he was co with Chip Kelly.
No, before Chip Kelly got there, it was Hardline, and then they said that they needed an adult in the room, and they hired Chip Kelly.
Right, but the reason for hiring Chip Kelly, well, part of the reason,
was to get Hardline together. So you're confident that it's together now?
No, I'm not confident, but that's the answer. Is what I'm saying.
Ooh wee!
And I'm not confident.
Ooh-wee. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what that shit look like.
It would be all right.
Hardline's a puppet.
Puppet is crazy. I think you mean a goat.
I wouldn't say a puppet. I'd say he's more of a billboard. He's like a recruiting billboard. They keep him
definitely a billboard.
They keep him there because the recruits like him.
144 to 101. Oh my god. But it's the Cavs.
Cavs and the Mavs.
It's the Cavs.
The Cavs-Mavs matchup?
Yeah. It's the Cavs and post-Luka Mavs.
Jesus. Luka Doncic plays for the Lakers, yo.
Yep.
I only had one more L to give out. And it was to the Ohio State Buckeyes for none of those reasons that I just named. But for the fact that they put $20 million into their roster last year, they won a national championship. However, according to the Columbus Dispatch, the local newspaper here in Columbus, the Ohio State Buckeyes were operating at a $37 million deficit last year. So, seems like that surely didn't pay off all that much.
I had somebody argue with me on Twitter that they were in debt.
No.
I was like,
no.
Do you not know how operating at a deficit works? We're not in debt to someone. That's not how that works.
Well, you kind of owe it to yourselves, but you are in debt. You are in debt. debt.
But he was arguing that we were like in debt to somebody. Like we need to sell things off to.
I know we don't
No, that's not how this
balance
works.
checkbooks anymore in high school, but it's a loss. You're operating
It's
at
a
a
loss, but it's not. We're not in debt. That's not.
You don't owe. You don't owe a
debtor.
debtor. It's not that you're not in debt. You don't
What he
owe
was
a debtor.
arguing was not what you're saying.
Yeah, like you don't owe a loan company or anything like that. Nobody's coming to confiscate the horseshoe.
Yes. We're not going to have to sell off assets to overcome
However, well, yeah, I don't know how it's going to play out in this NIL era, but I don't think it's a good thing for your for the program to be operating.
The entire athletics department is at a deficit. So also,
I mean, what else is good there besides football? Serious question.
Women's basketball.
Woo! They bring in a lot of money.
No. Well, no. No organization is well, actually, no, I'll take that back. There are some that are bringing money in from
good old Michigan. Got baseball. They got women's softball. They got basketball.
None of those
women's
teams are bringing in what the football team is.
Well, no, but they are solvent, right? They're not operating at a deficit.
Well, there's four Big Ten teams that operated at a deficit this year.
None of them are Michigan.
Sure. But that's also like saying Michigan's never operated at a deficit.
Well, you can do the financial study and find out when that was, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If it ever happened.
I'm saying is Rutgers, Michigan State, and Wisconsin, Nebraska, one of them.
Why are y'all in the same financial conditions as Rutgers and Wisconsin?
Oh, because we spent more.
Still it's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Of course you spent more. There are several other teams in the Big Ten that spent more as well.
Well, no,
plenty of them.
Well, when you look at Rutgers or Michigan State, their problem is they're probably not selling tickets.
Sure. I don't think it's a ticket issue. It's not an interest thing. But anyways, this is not the sports channel. Heartline's a puppet. Oh, y'all broke Josh. OSU want to borrow $10 million from Michigan. Yeah, we'll give it to y'all.
Johnny, I gave you the trade proposal in your live streams.
Give us y'all's crystal ball trophy, and we'll give y'all the $10 million to help y'all get out of that.
No. Give us your kicker and an offensive lineman.
No.
And we will consider giving you Bryson Rodgers.
Fuck no. No, we'll take Chris Henry Jr.
No.
Out of your 26 recruiting class. and then you can have $15 million. It'll be fine.
No.
Bryce Underwood to Chris Henry Jr. is going to feed families. That's what the young kids say. It's going to feed families, bro.
They do say that.
They say that a lot.
Say that.
It's going to feed families.
Too bad Michigan's never going to be able to say that.
Okay. Anywho, I'm done. That's it for me.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even steal the. Okay. All right.
I didn't?
Nope.
Oh!
Surprising.
You talking about the Twitch ban?
What? No. TDE.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Of course.
I'll talk about it. All right. Oh, you want to take care of stuff? Or it's up to you.
Yeah, give me a second. You can start. Just start.
I mean, I'll just chop it up with the folks. I got a couple of actually I got nothing but L's. Oh, I can give one a dub. I'll give one thing a dub. Ooh. I'll give a couple things a dub. Actually, I'll talk about this thing while he's gone. I'm giving a dub to New York drill and Americans who enjoy hip hop, because they really out here trying to take the things of our culture, the things that we like in culture, and say that they were started in other places. Central C, if you don't get your British ass off of my screen talking as if we weren't wearing Nike Techs years ago.
Now, how do you think that he started popularity for an American apparel from the UK? You got Americans wearing an American apparel brand From the UK?
Yeah, none of that makes sense. Yeah, we've been wearing Nike for decades. So Nike Tech was included in all of that. I don't know who you think you are. And you know what the crazy thing is? I'll be honest with you. Rappers like Jack Harlow, I've hated from the beginning, and I will from time to time look for reasons to like them. Central C was one of those people. Like I felt like I wanted to root for Central C. I felt like, all right, he's got this band for band song with Lil Baby. I like it. Yeah, let's root for Central C. Ever since then, he has been trying so hard to earn my hate. And the Nike Tech thing is one of those things. Like, you're just going to get on the video and lie like this? Like, we don't have receipts of niggas wearing Nike Techs well before you came from London? Sorry, Stamina. Just get your man, Stamina. Get your mans. Out here lying like crazy.
First of all, we don't need the physical evidence. The product is made. It's like it's. Could I get on the internet and claim that we made beans and toast popular?
You can. You're wrong.
Could I get on the internet and claim that we made English breakfasts popular?
English muffins.
Yeah, English muffin.
Yo.
Like what? Yeah, I just think I made a lot of people get hit to the Nike Tech. Even in America. Shut up.
Stop.
Shut up.
Stop.
Cut it out. Go rap. Just do that, okay?
Cinch hasn't even been alive long enough to be saying shit like that. That's madness. Thank you, Stamina. Thank you. Felix, yes, we know. We're aware. We've been made aware. He said the same thing about Chip to the Raiders.
Chip to the Raiders! Congratulations, Chip Kelly.
We'll talk about that later.
Congratulations.
All right. Other things I wanted to freestyle really quickly about. Okay, so it's been news to me that apparently Queen's Flip has his own Patreon network, I guess, or his own Patreon channel that he's been trying to include content on or whatever. He's at the show that he's working on. He included some New Yorker. I forget what his name is now. But Imani from, I guess, his own R&B music fan to some level, but also from Joe Budden podcast fame, JBP fame, because Chillmonger didn't know what the JBP was.
Damn, that shit blew me away. I'm Canadian. I don't think I should know what the JBP is.
Anyway, Imani from the JBP just stole off on dude after he said, "I'm gonna give you
can't
grace.
give me grace, nigga. You can't give me grace, nigga." I said, "What are they arguing about?
Man.
What is even happening?"
Nah, I guess Imani said something that made the dude mad, and he just kind of was talking in the background.
Hey, but the fact that he said he was gonna give you grace and that turned you up more, you got some healing to do, brother. It's something going on with you.
Give me grace. You can't
give me grace, my nigga. You can't give me grace. Then Queen's Flip threw him halfway across the room.
That shit was crazy. That was so unnecessary.
What are y'all niggas doing?
Y'all invited him to jump him.
Hey, what is this? What are we even watching? Why y'all in this room? What's happening?
That video is hilarious. I watched it 20, 25 times.
Buddy got some bread off of both of them. I know both of y'all getting regular checks. Pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me. Restitution for emotional damages, obviously assault.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Emotional damages. All of that shit. Just give it to me.
Nah, for sure. For sure.
And I pooped myself, so you're going to have to pay me extra. Yeah.
JBP isn't XQC. All right, Chillmonger. Anyway.
Yo, that is something.
Anyway. All right. So let me talk about some things that we need to discuss. The first thing. So Kendrick's music, especially during the beef, would lead you to believe that he's all about holding people accountable for their wrongdoings. And a lot has been said about like the people who he's had around throughout his career. So like obviously Dr. Dre with the allegations against him, or even doing songs with like Future or Kodak. I think Marte was in our chat talking about him doing songs with Future. But now allegations are circling around his prior record label, who he's still, I guess, roughly affiliated with, even if he's not still signed to them. But people want to talk about it. So like, I guess the first thing we should probably address is if TDE actually did the things that are alleged, they should also be held to the fire. Just because I like Kendrick's music doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything behind him I'm just going to hold a blind eye to. I think for whatever reason, Drake's fans seem to think that, TDE's finally got a case. What are you going to say about it now? People aren't talking about this. It's like, fam, first of all, the lawsuit has been in effect since early December. It's very clear that the only reason this is a thing right now is
Kendrick,
because
Super
Grammy
Bowl,
season,
Drake, yeah.
Kendrick, Super Bowl season, you know what I mean?
And
like,
then also, I mean, let's just call it what it is. The allegations that are in there are unwanted advances, like basically asking for dates and saying, let me get your number, which is still not a acceptable level of harassment, but it pales in comparison to kidnapping a 15-year-old girl and transporting her across state lines.
I do think there was one allegation that was supplying alcohol to a minor,
which is still pales into comparison for
Just throwing that out
potential
there.
kidnap, allegedly, and transport across state lines, allegedly. Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
You know what I'm saying? It's there's levels to this shit. Like, yeah, both guys are weirdos, but those weirdos over there, maybe we could put them through that little training class, tell them what they can and can't do, or maybe you even fire them, pay the people off, and we get off of this. The other people is actually moving human bodies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should be able to use our brains and delineate that one thing is worse than the other for sure, even though both should be criticized.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Right,
both
absolutely.
are wrong and should be criticized. But there's also a very obvious degree of separation between what we talking about, like Diddy level, to, okay, well, these guys clearly were trying to use their influence to get women, and now that they're trying to make them pay because of it. Now, we did get tagged in a post earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to who gave us this? Oh, Zane Beto. Zane Beto gave us this. Apparently post was deleted.
Oh shit.
Post was deleted. Zane Beto got us onto a post where apparently the alleged victim of these circumstances was in pictures with Dennis Graham, Diddy, and who was the other individual?
Dennis Graham, Diddy, and
I forgot who it was. It was one of the Drake Stan accounts.
Oh, I can't remember his name now though. Jared, certified Jared.
So again, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I don't know anything about that. I know about as much about that as I know about the allegations versus the executives at TDE.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know if this was supposed to strike fear in the hearts of Kendrick fans or make us feel hypocritical. Again, I ain't hear Kendrick's name. I ain't hear Duckworth in any of this.
That's one.
I ain't hear Duckworth not a single time.
Yeah, Kendrick
so what did that got to do with him?
This at all.
So he got to do with him.
The only reason his name is being brought up is because news companies need to use him to get eyes on the articles that they're putting out.
And again, if any of this is true, sure, go ahead and persecute to the full extent of the law, or get your money or whatever it is that we're doing. But just like we cover most of these cases, none of this has been proven. These are allegations.
Facts.
These are allegations.
Yeah, if any of this is true, fuck them niggas. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, my issue with this, and it comes from Drake fans specifically, is like, what's your intent behind this? This has come up so many times during this beef, because like, what is your intent behind bringing up Kendrick's girl, the allegations of him abusing his girl? Like, you're not saying this because you have some kind of moral ground and you want to report on this because you actually fear for her safety. You're reporting on this because you feel it gives Drake a win in this situation. Like that, your only reason for bringing this up and wanting people to talk about this story is so that Drake somehow gets a win in this situation. Why is that your intent? First of all, you don't know Drake. I don't know how many times I got to harp on the fact that you niggas do not know Drake, Kendrick, or any of these niggas. So bringing this up like this is just It's mental illness. But again, your reason for bringing this up is not for the greater good of the situation. It's to
so
give
that you
Drake
can have
dub
a
in
tit for
this.
tat. Is so you can have a
That
tit
shit
for
is
tat.
so stupid. Stop doing that.
I want to give the boy a dub.
Yeah, like stop using accusations of sexual harassment for a dub for a nigga you don't know.
The
I hate
fact that you think that's a dub for Drake is the weird shit. The fact that you think somebody else catching a sexual assault charge is a dub for you. Like, it's the same thing when people was egging on Metro's case.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, going up. Like, so do you get a trophy because Metro got this shit going on? Did y'all win the battle because that's happening? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll be right back.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm just wondering. I'm not even wondering. I know it's not going to impact any of the future for Kendrick as far as, you know, we got Grammy season coming up. So like if Not Like Us was going to win a Grammy, it's still going to win a Grammy. You know, if he's going to perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, he's still going to do it. So like none of this impacts any of the future for Kendrick, I believe. It shouldn't at the
Oh
very
yeah,
least.
that was a misdub. Obviously, that the NFL reportedly, according to Mark Lamont Hill, of all people, the NFL is not going to block Kendrick Lamar from singing Not Like Us.
Yeah.
So it's going down exactly like the way we thought it was going down. And shit, run it up, man. That is going to be a moment.
Yeah.
It's going to be a moment. Like 80,000 fans. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
That's 70 to 80,000 in the stadium. Not to mention all the people at
Mustard
home.
on the beat, ho, beat, bro. Killer rap, nigga. Here, free throw, man down. Call the ambulance. Tell him breathe, bro.
Like we saw the impact at the pop out. So like we know at the
Buddy,
Super Bowl.
oh my God, it's going to
gonna go
nuts.
It's gonna go up.
And it was special for the pop out because that was area vibes, right? That was home for Kendrick. So obviously it was a lot of like camaraderie around that, and that's where all that came from. This is so much bigger now because of everything that Drake is doing.
Yeah,
it's so much bigger now that everybody's eyeballs going to be on Kendrick Lamar for this very reason.
1,000.
For this very reason, they're going to be on their seats. Wait, even when the man starts singing, and they come in there like, "That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it." They might boo, get to Not Like Us. That's how thick the anticipation will be.
Yeah, absolutely.
That man hasn't made a right move since this beef started, and he's only made this worse.
Speaking of which, Drake is also reportedly, I guess, from what I've seen,
some trouble selling tickets.
Is having some issues
trouble selling tickets
for his and Anita Maxwin tour in Australia.
Fucking New Zealand. It's New Zealand. It's not even Australia. It's fucking New Zealand. Dog, he can't sell out a 12,000 seat venue in New Zealand. Has been there for a week, just sitting around waiting for people to buy tickets to his show. I
saw footage of him performing at what seemed like Moe's Tavern from The Simpsons.
I don't know if he was performing there, but he is there. He's current. So what they did was they delayed the concert, delayed it by like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right. They're saying it was because of scheduling conflict. How much of a schedule conflict can it be if he's already in New Zealand? Also, you know, you do the whole seat gig thing. You go look at the venue. It is only a 12,000 seat venue, which is, I think that's pretty relatively small. But then again, it's in New Zealand. We don't know how big their venues get.
Sure.
But it's not sold out. It's not sold out, and we pushing back the dates. What that sound like?
The boy is supposed to sell out.
What that sound like? And then y'all like, well, it's New Zealand. Who knows Drake in New Zealand? Ain't nobody tell him to set that up in there. He obviously thought it was going to be successful. Sheesh.
Yikes. Also, did y'all see when Lil Yachty admitted he paid $100K on a date? I saw something like that during the Shay Shay
I've kind of been checking out on the Club Shay Shay interviews. They've been a little light here lately.
I've also been checking out on Lil Yachty. So, for what it's worth.
They brought him on to talk about Mariah the Science. It's just like he's doing messy shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see. You want to strum up some beef between him and Thug or something? Like, what is the why are we even talking about that, man? Talk about something else.
Right.
Talk about something else. I'm not interested in other people's drama in 2025. I don't care.
Facts.
Don't care who you fucking. Don't care if you gay. Don't care if you bent over for a man. Don't care if you munched some carpet to get your job. I don't care. I don't care. stop trying to draw me in with other people's sexual deviations. I don't care. Do what you want.
Doesn't matter to me.
Did somebody get hurt? Somebody got assaulted? Is a child involved? No, I'm good. Leave me alone.
Facts.
Leave me alone.
All right, for my next L. So, like, I'm a big guy. I'm heavy.
That's crazy.
I'm fat. I know this. I'm not blind to this, nor have I ever been. But like, I've never looked at it as an identifier, right? Like, I'm black. I'm a man. I'm straight. Like, those to me are like identifiers. I've always kind of looked at it more like a condition, I guess. Like, I'm sick, or like I'm injured, or I'm big back. Like, that's kind of how I've always looked at it. It's always been a condition in my head that, like, even though it's going to take a lot of work, like, I could always bounce back from it, I guess, in some form. It's not an identifier. It's not like a permanent
It's not who
thing.
you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Fat is me. I am not fat.
I bring this up because there are some people arguing over a specific case, as if your weight is something that you can be discriminated over, like your race, your gender, your age, your sexuality, even. And while it is, I guess, I'm kind of conflicted because it is something that you can change, and it's something that can adversely affect certain situations for sure. Plus size rapper Denk DeMoss is filing a lawsuit against Lyft for discrimination because she was denied a ride from a Lyft driver.
Fam, tell her the car that she ordered. Tell her the car that he had to came and pick her up in.
I forgot. Hold on. Let me pull this. What was it? Go ahead.
It was a Mercedes S-Class.
Yeah, no.
You think you getting in my two-door coupe and you over 400 pounds?
Absolutely.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? You go on an airplane, you're of that size, you buy an extra seat. You go to the movie theaters, you buy that size. You better get the aisle so that nobody sit next to you. You know what I'm saying? If you need to get in a ride share to go somewhere, you order an XL. Now, when you book that ride and you seen that little tiny ass car, the picture of it that he was getting ready to pull up in, you didn't think, let me cancel this one, get another one.
and
Let me
move
call
on.
him, tell him to cancel it so that I don't have, it's not going to be on my account. And then, I can work the situation out. You thought full on well that you were going to squeeze into that coupe.
I have never been that big to where like a car has been an issue, but at the same time, it's a thing. It's a thing. A weight on a car is a bad thing, especially a car as small as that. So like, you do got to look at that situation and be like, okay, yeah, no, I'm going to cancel and move on to another car.
Like, fam, it's not physically. It's like maybe it's not impossible, but it's more physically daunting on my equipment than what is deemed necessary or reasonable. Like, don't nobody want to go replace an axle after I drive you up the street to wherever you going. Okay.
The guy said something along the lines of like, something was going on with his car on top of it just being a small car. He had like said, I can't find the actual quote, but he had said something was going on with his car to where like he couldn't also just sustain that extra weight. And it was just like, well, if that's actually the case, you probably shouldn't be driving Lyft. But
he mean for normal sized individuals.
Right. But I guess if something is wrong with your car to that extent, maybe.
No. We are not acknowledging to what extent the extra stress is being put on that car for this particular individual. I've seen her.
Right.
Okay. She's not just, like you said, she's not big boned. She's not big backed. She's the biggest back. She's the final back. Okay. Like, she knows, she understands. This is like a troll for promotion. It has to be, because
I feel like that too.
There is no fucking way that you have lived your life the way that you are, and you thought that man was going to put you in his car.
Okay. I said what I just said. I don't think this is discrimination. This is not discrimination. This is like literally, hey, my car is too
because
small,
I think we've already accepted that while it may be a condition and it may be something that gets out of control for people and that they can't help it, it is still something that is maybe it's understood, but it is not completely
flip to where people are going to be changing things about their life to make room for that. Like there are plenty of groups of people that have that face that reality on a daily basis. Unfortunately, morbidly obese people are part of that class. To where, you have to do a little bit extra to get around. You gotta do a little bit extra because it's not. There's just not something that everybody is going to account for, nor are they obligated to do so.
Yeah. I guess Michigan does have some kind of law that, I guess it's their Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act.
Oh my God! Somebody
which
sued
prohibits
over this. Son of a
discriminatory practices based on religion, race, color, age, sex, height, weight, and familial status. So you can also be
I
discriminated
can't
against for height as
physically
well.
do it. There is a maximum weight that this car can pull. That would be the argument. Like, I physically cannot do it. I would be putting our lives in danger to have you in this car. There has to be a maximum weight capacity for these vehicles. Okay, so if it says that the maximum capacity for 2 passengers is 600 pounds, and I'm already 200-pound man, there's no way. Okay, can't do it, won't do it. We'll probably tip over going around a sharp turn. So
Especially
now I have
when
to.
The weight is concentrated in.
You feel me? Like, we're gonna be riding like a goddamn low rider in this joint. This is really, it's really bothering me that she's doing this.
Shocks, maybe, is what it was. I can't remember. Anyway, no, definitely not discrimination, and you are probably using this for some sort of promotion.
When you said rapper, that let me know that this was for promotion. Yeah,
you know.
Like I ain't even heard what's the big dude Dave Blunt. I ain't heard Dave Blunt say no shit like this.
That's a fact.
Suing over an Uber.
I'm surprised we never talked about Dave Blunt on this, because that was another thing that I was like, hey man, he's unhealthy. Like, why is he doing all of this?
Well, because people are on top of the authenticity. But I mean, yeah, you're right. He probably should do something different. He
can't perform on stage. This is a problem.
It is crazy. Every time I see him, he's sitting down on the couch.
You know? All right. Anyway, let's move on to so The Weeknd dropped his 6th studio album and 3rd of his trilogy.
Tires.
That's crazy. Did you listen to the album? You didn't listen to the Weeknd album, did you?
Not yet. Nope.
Okay. The Weeknd dropped his 6th studio album and 3rd of this trilogy that he's been releasing with After Hours and Dawn FM. And, I mean, me personally, well, first of all, if you haven't already seen our Dawn FM review, which we did obviously when it came out, make sure you check that out.
A minute ago.
That was a hot minute ago. Also, I very briefly live tweeted my reaction to this new album, so follow me on Twitter. It's JTG_. This guy on Twitter. He's the podcast tweeter.
The podcast Twitter.
BOTB Squad. I consider myself a pretty big Weeknd fan. I did get onto the wave a little late with Beauty Behind the Madness, with The Hills and all that other shit. I Can't Feel My Face. Even though I heard Wicked Games and all that other shit before that. And the Take Care shit that he gave to Drake, obviously.
You mean all of Take Care?
Yes.
Yes. Damn, that shit broke my heart.
But that's when I started to fuck with him.
What? The whole album?
The entire thing. Here. Beauty Behind the Madness was a dope album. Starboy is one of my favorites. I really enjoyed Dawn FM, even if it did take me aback. And I mentioned this in the review, because there was just so much death surrounding the album that it was like hard to get through, at least for the first time. And then once I got through it, I felt like there was this experience that I gained because I got through that shit. And the music was great. It was all cohesive. It was all like 80s pop, that type of shit. So when it comes to this album, obviously I was very excited for that to happen again. I figured he was going to tackle some themes, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I felt like I was going to have to go through that again. And I felt like that really made the experience of the album for me when it came to Dawn FM. I was disappointed. I will tell you why. First of all, an hour and a half.
Damn.
Dawn FM and After Hours were both less than an hour. An hour and a half is just too much. It's just too much in this age that we're in.
Who you think you is? Chris Brown?
Yeah, like it's too much. you're trying to, first of all, you're bound to have fillers in that. But for me, when I'm trying to have this experience like what I had with Dawn FM, where it was like all these themes are really kind of tough to get through, and I knew this album would be, since it's part of the trilogy, I knew this would be more about like redemption, rebirth, faith, as opposed to sin, things like that. Like I knew we were going to get there. So I expected it to be condensed to like these big moments where I was going to have to like listen to this, but then I was going to come out of it better for having listened to it, like I did with Dawn FM. I didn't get that because I felt like he was too busy from a lot of the album trying to jump around different genres like Brazilian funk and Europop. And not to say that the music
Brazilian funk.
Yikes.
That's not the worst of that song.
Gross.
It's Jamaican funk. I just made it fit.
Yikes. Not to say that the album wasn't good, because the album was good. It's The Weeknd. The music is good. I'm still listening to Timeless like crazy. It just, I felt like I was going to go into this situation and get this experience like I got from Dawn FM, and I didn't really get that, especially when it came to some of the messages that I was hoping he would address. I've been waiting so long for him to kind of address some of these things. You know, a theme in a lot of his music is like making a deal with the devil. Now I'm famous, and all the things that have come with that, even if it's metaphorical. And I just felt like, oh, it's going to come a time where he's going to have to like address where it's going to come full circle to where like religion is going to play some kind of part in it. And I just kind of wanted to know what that was going to look like. So this album has kind of been a long time coming for me. And I just felt like he just kind of did a little too much. I feel like, I mean, that's my take on it, I guess. But like, so I do feel like some of the music was still pretty good.
With that album coming out, one, do you think that the Party Next Door Drake album drops in close proximity? Two, how do you think it will perform in comparison to that?
Well, first of all, a lot of people liked the Weeknd album. And again, I did too. I just didn't get what I wanted out of it. Let me clarify that. And so I will be going back for more listens of this album. The Drake and Party album is going to be nothing more than background music that will get repeat listens because people are looking for that mindless music, right? I don't know if it's going to get as promoted as the Weeknd's album because there's not a label behind Drake anymore. That's another thing that's going to kind of impact that. And the Weeknd is at his peak popularity wise, and Drake is not at his lowest popularity wise. So
do you think that they drop like soon?
That was the argument, that like Drake was hoping to release it this week, but the Weeknd made you push your album, dog. You were talking about Taylor Swift
running from the Weeknd is nuts.
You were talking about Taylor Swift making niggas push their album back, but
Drake running from the Weeknd is crazy. When would we have ever said that in the last 5 years? When would we have ever said, "Oh, Drake running from the Weeknd, he running off his release date"? Man, what? Who?
That's what's happening.
Okay.
So
y'all keep telling me that this summer hit or this just make an album, just get back to the rap. Like, I don't think he can. We've been asking that man to just get back to for about 6-7 months now. I don't think he has it in him. I think he can do it.
I agree. I definitely agree. Let me get this real quick.
Just make the bot for the girls. Just make it. Everybody gonna love you when you make the bot for the girls. The bot for the girl was Wagwan Delilah. That was it. That was the bot. You missed it. You missed the bot. The bot for the girls was the late night fireplace rap to LeBron. That's what that was. Conductor Williams. That was the bot for the girls.
Yeah, no, I just there's something to be said about one having a label that the Weeknd has over Drake and Party Next Door, and just the quality of the album. Again, just because I was disappointed in the experience that I got doesn't mean that this album isn't better than whatever they're going to come out with, and is going to be therefore much more popular and sell more. I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, no, I definitely got The Weeknd over that shit. But shout out to the album. If you get a chance to listen to it, there are some high points. And I think it's a good album. I think if you like The Weeknd, you will like this album. I just was disappointed with my experience. That's all. Yeah. All right. I got 2 more L's. There was a time where 6ix9ine, a name that we don't talk about a lot, felt unstoppable. It was a very short amount of time. But there was a time where it was like, oh my God, this nigga is just going to be able to talk about whoever and he's just unstoppable. Then he snitched. And then that shit was over. That shit was done. But it's gotten so much worse. I thought him snitching, okay, and then he got that label deal or whatever afterwards. I thought we wouldn't hear any more from him, and then that would kind of be it. Bro hasn't been paying his taxes during any of this, basically. And so now all of his shit is getting auctioned off. Bruh. Like, you did all of that shit for absolutely nothing.
How was he recouping that $60 million deal that they gave him when he got out of jail?
That's a really good question, because I don't fucking know.
Like, I don't even know. He may have more problems than just the tax problems.
So you were in IRS debt, which they're going to get their money.
You know that label gonna get it off of him some kind of way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That label gonna.
But then you giving away all your assets to the government. So what you gonna have left to give back to the label?
Like, dog, they were auctioning off
ass. That's what he gonna give. Ass. He's giving ass. That ass is grass. They own you for the rest of your life, boy.
Yeah, no, you're in debt to people much worse than Bruno Mars. The IRS is, first of all, they're getting their check. They're getting their money. And so they auctioned off all his assets. You see this video, they're just scrolling through all this jewelry that he had. One of the chains with the big shark.
How much did he owe these niggas?
It was a lot. Let me see.
So he just wasn't paying any taxes, period.
That's what I'm saying.
Ever.
I don't think he was paying any
This man
taxes.
didn't have an accountant. He didn't have a CPA.
Hey, there's still an auction for some of this shit.
Okay. I envision that some of these niggas just is honestly, no matter how much money they make, and they just deal with their shit in like Cash App accounts or Green Dot. They just put their money in there. Because how do you get to this level of wealth and owe that much in taxes?
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought they had already auctioned off the shit.
It's being auctioned.
Still being auctioned now. The live actual bidding starts in 30 days. But there's some bids already for some of this stuff. It's surprisingly cheap. Well, at least $4,400.
It's surprisingly cheap. $36,000 for some fucking baby shark.
You saw where I was looking at some of the more expensive shit. $3,000 for his rainbow grill and $4,400.
First of all, why the fuck would you buy that?
I wouldn't buy his grill.
Putting that shit in my mouth.
I wouldn't buy his grill. But like $3,100, $2,700 for, well, I guess a ring. $2,700 is a lot.
Hey yo, if you get a little bit,
buy one of these things.
You got to say you get a little bit cheaper. We can buy one of
that's one cheap enough.
When it's 6ix9ine saying we bought this shit and melted it down, nigga. We melted it down.
That's what I was alluding to.
We
cheap enough for us to
melt your
flex
legacy
with his
down,
nigga.
Yeah.
Cheap enough for us to pull together and tax money, tax return. I pay my taxes.
Somebody come get 6ix9ine's legacy out of my house, then shit.
See, I pay my taxes, so I get a tax return, and then that can go to buying your fuck ass jewelry.
Buying your jewelry.
Your fuck ass jewelry. There's bags on here, fucking Hermes and Givenchy bags and Louis Vuitton shit.
Now, how he giving away purses? Them ain't his. Them was gifts to somebody else. I'd be like, nah, he gifted that to me. Those are his women's bags.
I can buy one of his plaques.
Hey, taking back all the bags you bought from your girlfriend to pay off your IRS debt. That is nuts. Not player at all. Not player in the least bit. Hey, yo, let me get that Chanel back. Let me get that back.
So basically what I'm getting at is if you'd like to super chat us so that we can buy one of 6ix9ine's plaques and then put it up somewhere up here. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, there ain't enough Cash App in the chat. I wouldn't even do that to y'all.
Nigga, one of the plaques is $1,400.
One of his plaques?
RIAA commemoration plaque, $1,400.
That's all that shit cost.
$1,400.
I want the one for the what's on Cash 50 hit me with the sticky 50
Gummo.
There you go. Hit me with the sticky
I think I saw one.
Bet. $1,400. Let's get it going. Back of the bus squad.
Oh
homies.
no. Gummo plaque would be $2,000 is the cheapest one.
Okay, we can do that. We can
Or
do that.
we can do
right
Fifi.
squad homies.
Fifi, the song with Nicki Minaj.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But yeah, hey.
We want that Gummo plaque. So we need
want-
$2,000.
$2,000 for sure.
Help us out.
That's where the bid is now.
Stamina got it. He got deep pockets.
Facts.
Send us some euros.
Think of it as a collection for all of us. The squad homies, we can have the plaque. We would just have the
Send them
plaque.
some
Or you
euros.
can always see it in our videos.
Chill. Send us some whatever monetary there
dollars?
is. Yeah, some maple leaves.
Some maple leaves. Oh no. Anyway, all right. Last L is going to Scott Storch's baby mom out here absolutely fucking wild in Beverly Hills.
I forgot Scott Storch was the thing.
Yeah, I did too. And in fact, the fact that I have to refer to her as Scott Storch's baby mom is crazy. She also owns a business. So I guess I also got to give the celebrities who endorsed her business an L as well. I know Post Malone was one of them. But anyway, out here having an absolute Karen moment, being mad because somebody told her that she had to pay to get her car, I guess. You know who told me about the story? The homeboy that we were talking about last week. The guy who goes, Twitter, who is this guy?
I'll be wanting to just be paid influencer right underneath all his posts. Now I see paid influencer. Are you telling people you getting paid for this?
Yikes. Yeah, that guy who I can't remember his name again.
It's like Tizzy or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I saw his video and then I saw other people's videos afterwards. But anyway, having an absolute Karen moment, start talking about how Trump is back in office now. So
she was in the onesie, right?
The red onesie. Yeah. And then so after all of that, and she clearly gets a bunch of backlash because she was talking absolutely greasy. We'll obviously include the video here. After she got that backlash, she decided to tell everybody that the reason why she said all of these things was not because she's racist. Oh, no. She's had boyfriends who were black and all this other shit before the obvious rants. But then she said the reason why she said all of that shit was because the guy groped her before, and that led her down a crazy path. No,
what?
Because if you ever got groped in that situation, you would have said, that dude groped me.
He groped me. He's touching me.
That never came out of your fucking mouth.
Not a whole bunch of racist shit.
That never came out of your fucking mouth. Not to mention, go ahead.
It's crazy. So she was on her David Duke shit. Then she tried to walk it back and be Carolyn Bryant. And then and now what, she getting canceled?
Because she should be. Not to mention, everybody's got their phones out. So if that happened, somebody would have filmed that shit.
What is the hold on, wait, what's the currency?
It was supposed to be euro, but I think it's pounds again.
Oh fuck. Pounds. I meant pounds. Yeah, pounds.
That's crazy.
Send some pounds, dog.
That's insane. Or is it British?
I think
they were euros, but then they did Brexit, and so now it's whatever their currency is. I think it's pounds.
Pounds. Yeah. Send the pounds, brethren.
But now everybody knows that that's what you just had.
No, not. Shut up.
Yes, no, absolutely. Fuck this chick. Again, found out that she was Scott Storch's baby mom and all of that shit. But don't get out here trying to play victim when you know clearly you were just on a racist tirade, and none of your previous black boyfriends can save you from this bullshit.
Not I had black boyfriends for real.
She literally said that. And come to find out, she's also from Ukraine, so that's another, I guess, political thing that we can ignore, I guess, for the sake of this. But yeah, bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Fuck her. And if you are a celebrity or an influencer who's still caping for her fuck ass business, which I guess is some kind of edibles, something. I don't care. I'm not gonna look it up because fuck her. I'm not giving her any free promo either. She has a business, and if any of those celebrities are still Post Malone endorsing that shit, fuck you too. You get an L from me too.
What's going on with Kanye West? She said something about Kanye as well. His wife, isn't he divorced? Didn't he divorce that girl? Sincere?
He did divorce her. The last thing I seen from Kanye is that he was tweeting about fucking Kamala Harris.
Whoa. Which apparently it may be a possibility because Josh, do you know who she blames most recently, according to reports, on her loss?
Black men?
No.
Oh.
Her Zionist husband. But not for his Zionist, not for his Zionism and his unwavering support for the state of Israel. Because apparently this mofo got his ex-babysitter pregnant.
Oh, I think I did hear something about
got his ex-babysitter pregnant and shit, and they still raising
I think
the kid.
That came out
shit.
and yeah.
Fam, I didn't know
about that.
I didn't know anything about it. Not a single thing. I didn't know anything about that.
I heard something about it during the election. Okay, this is why they want us to react to Kanye, because he's on the Grammys red carpet with Bianca, it looks like, and she's just naked. She's just naked. She's legit naked,
dog.
She's just absolutely naked.
Okay, this somebody's daughter that he don't like, and this is an embarrassment ritual. Like at this point. But they're not even married no more. Why?
I thought they were donezo.
But
he still needs something to do on the Grammys.
I'm not about to try to make sense of that, man. I don't got nothing to say. And you cannot tell me he's making her do. They're literally divorced.
Facts.
Like what else could he have over her to make her do this? This is some shit she wants to do.
Like she's wearing something, but it's
completely see-through. Okay. Well.
So it's like, what's the point of even having that thing that you have on?
Bam, if they didn't let her in the building, I wouldn't be mad at them. We about to have you in here sitting on our seats, bare-assed.
No. Well, no, she's wearing something. So
no, it ain't enough degree of separation for me.
No, I get it.
We putting a paper towel down on the seat, or you can't come in, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, Kanye tweeted, and this was like yesterday. I saw. He said something about, let's see. I used to want to fuck Kamala until she lost. I don't fuck losers anymore.
Okay. Well, guys, that's a great way to end the stream.
Today,
it's a great way.
Kamala seems like a very nice human. I just want to say sorry to her kids.
Let's wrap it up. Let's get off of the Kanye.
I just wanted to iterate what I was referring to. Mans is off his rocker.
I don't fuck losers anymore. It's crazy because anymore is pointing a shot at somebody. But anyways. Give us your takes. That's our dubs and L's. Put them in the prompt below. Let us know what you thought about our takes. Like, share, and subscribe as always. We are here every Sunday to do it live. Back on the replay on Wednesdays. See you next week.
Absolutely. And Britain has always had pounds. They were in the European Union pre-Brexit. Money didn't change, but passports will soon. That's your lesson for the day.
I said euros first, not pounds. We said pounds was the pivot.
It was always pounds.
Okay.
Always. No, he's actually correcting me, to be honest with you.
Well,
because I said I think they were with euro, but then anyway.
Oh, that was Stamina telling you that.
Yes.
I thought you were looking it up and Claire. Okay,
no. That was him telling me that.
Gotcha.
Anyway, as he said, make sure you subscribe. Obviously, we like to do this quite a bit. W's and L's, we have a playlist where we talked about things previous weeks. Check out what we said there. But then also, make sure you check out our live stream, like he said, every Sunday, roughly 3:30, 4:30, somewhere around there.
For sure. As you can hear, folks are getting restless. So see you later.
All right, chat. We out.
Peace.
Both of us just got up like old men. I want you to know that.